and we are back. Welcome everyone to the next session of the Trials of the Realm campaign for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we are joined by our wonderfully doomed group of players, including maybe Taylorobey.
We are all going to die.
JacobTheMadMayor.
And worse, I am going to die surrounded by idiots.
Well, yeah.
Oi! I resemble that remark!
Yes, you do, Jacob. Illiren.
I've never been so offended by something I completely agree with.
I feel like that's Kestrel as a character, like, just makes you feel that way.
Enderfunk.
Spaced out half the time. What do you want?
And Azim.
Yes, and you are correct, Kestrel.
Okay.
Oh my god, and the room. The only reason the robots agreeing with you is you got them under your thumb.
Alright, and last time we left off, you had all, after resting up after Callium blew up the party, delved back into the dungeon, making your way, kind of avoiding the fights that were there, until you came across two kobolds that brought you down.
Bugbears.
Bugbears, yes, thank you, they are bugbears. Two bugbears that brought you
Something
down
stuck in my throat.
to their lair, where you are just, I believe, finishing up a meeting with the bugbear chieftain, and have agreed to kill Big Eye.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
As you probably
Which we
should.
all know what it is, but none of our characters really know what it is.
Look, big guy
I mean,
could.
I specifically recall that several of our characters did remember what it was, but don't have, like, detailed biographies of them.
Yes.
Look, big eye could go from anywhere to a Cyclops, a Beholder, God damn, we run into one of those, or even one of their lesser cousins, a Servitor.
Which one has the multiple eye stalks coming off of it?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
did, in fact, establish that it was a beholder.
You did establish that it was the Beholder, yes.
Fuck me.
Yep.
I mean, it's only a
Okay,
beholder. It's like a troll or something, right?
Lad. What? Oh my god.
That highly depends upon how loosely you use the word like.
Good point. Language is kind of confusing sometimes.
Oh my god.
I trust you know what you're doing. Alright then.
Oh, Corland, lad, this is where you're going to die today.
In any case, I do not think it's wise to simply go in and attack this thing. I think it would be good to take time to prepare and get any advantage we can, really.
I mean, all I've got is, spells, small spells, and a hammer.
Well, at least he has a hammer.
I've got a dragon buddy.
I don't know what kind of prepared you expect me to be, Kestrel.
I was thinking in the more general sense, scouting, determining the layout of the area, gathering information. Perhaps seeing if there is anything else that may be of use to us in these caves prior to going in and fighting this thing.
Well, it depends. Is there, any place that we could stage some kind of, ambush or something?
Do not know. With the information that the Beholder is enslaving some of the creatures in the lower areas, We would have to know what their makeup was and what the area was like before we could even determine if we could do something like that.
Alright, well. Who among us is gonna actually be stealthy enough to actually scout the damn area?
Me. I'm
I was
clearly.
gonna
the
say, I
stealthiest out
turned
of
to
all of
Alte.
You know, this would be good instances to have my familiar with me.
What, you've got a familiar?
Well, I did, but some bone snakes decided that they hated it and killed it.
The fuck all day?
And you cannot simply summon another one?
No. I need ingredients. I didn't have time to get it, apparently.
Well, maybe these nice folk might have some that allow you to use. Doesn't hurt to check, now does it?
It's honestly not the worst advice. If nothing else, then given enough time, we may be able to see if there is a nearby settlement that has something similar to what you want. The
What is it?
most recent one I remember was about the day away. Yes?
10 gold, charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Wait,
Must
do
be
I have-
consumed by fire in a brass brazier.
I usually, and maybe it's just me, but I usually ignore that last bit because that's just flavor. Really, the important thing is you spend 10 gold worth of stuff. Unless you're very, prickly about that, but as long as it's consistent with the person's
I mean,
story, I guess.
he did specifically go and find your mom to use a brass brazier last time.
Then yeah, no, that's.
I wanted
you would need it.
I wanted the support of a very powerful conjurator.
We're gonna die, aren't we?
Look, I had her help, and even then it almost failed.
I think this was before I joined your party, didn't it?
I think so.
I mean, it is possible. I believe you have mentioned that you knew Truth longer than you knew Corland, yes?
Yes. I believe it was after my second mission with Truth.
I am still somewhat surprised he did not manage to die somewhere along the line adventuring with you folk. No offense, but he is one of the stupidest smart people I know.
And had very, very bad HP rolls.
I know him.
Unfortunately, coming from you, I'm figuring that is high praise.
Perhaps.
Yeah, there's no perhaps in it. Alright.
The bugbear chieftain kind of looking at all of you talking. You killed Big Eye now. Yes? Then we trade.
We will need some time. The creature you describe is a formidable foe.
Yes, Big Eye strong.
So we will not be simply going down and attacking him. We will need to make preparations to allow us to take advantage of everything we can to turn the fight in our favor.
Anybody got a shit ton of chili peppers?
How many days before kill Big Eye?
I want to say at least 2 or 3. Then
At the
again,
very
things
least.
might happen. things might happen that might force the time frame a bit. But,
You say he attacks you here? How often does that happen?
Not often. Rarely. We send scouts. They don't come back. They work for Big Eye.
In other words, anytime you send a scout out, they get found and captured. That definitely sounds like a beholder. Always the back of their head, literally. Out of curiosity, on the routes that you send these scouts to check this master out, is there like a choke point or some place where an ambush might be a good idea? Set up traps, things like that.
Many tunnels. Many tunnels. Big rooms, many tunnels.
Do you perhaps have any...
Big Eye building.
Do you perhaps have any maps or someone who knows the tunnels well?
No maps.
Dump trucks. Alright.
You are greatly overestimating bugbears.
Oh no!
I mean, bugbears can make maps. They're not like...
They're not absolute idiots.
They're pretty close.
They're not... Yeah. There's, like, they're not intelligent, but they're not, like, animals. They're somewhere in the middle there, and...
Yes, no, they do not have any maps of the tunnels down below. Mostly because they send scouts down and they don't come back.
Alright, so that doesn't fill me with much hope on that one. I'm worried if any of us try to go down there to scout, they're gonna get discovered just as well. Let's see here.
I could tell you, bugbears are very sneaky when they want to be.
Yeah, they can be.
For my reference of that one bugbear who managed to sneak up on me. That's my reference.
Volte, can you still go invisible
What
and you still got my Cloak of Mont Blanc there?
Yes.
You might be
Don't
the
like
best.
the red.
More for the function in case shit hits the fan. But I think you and maybe who else in our party would be stealthiest? You and Kestrel are the only two who are honestly stealthy enough to be able to scout things out and find a good point to really bash this bastard's brain in. If we can at least find a good choke point to just get him out to you, we could set up traps from there. Good sir. But how good are you and your people with making traps? Drop traps like stakes and rocks and the sort?
We make traps. Traps catch animals. Animals' food.
Okay. You mind if I see one of those traps you're able to make for catching? Because I might have an idea.
Yeah, no, he sends, kind of gestures at one of the bugbears that are up here. They run back into the room. You hear them rummaging around a bit in the cabin above, some talking, and comes back holding, carrying what looks like two different traps, kind of like a rabbit box trap and like a rabbit snare.
Alright. I see what y'all work with here. So, here's what I'm thinking of. And Corland is going to describe to them as best he can a type of drop trap Okay, pretty much latticed wood with spikes pointing downward that drop when a rope is cut or tripped. Okay.
Okay, make...
I knew that was going to be a roll in there somewhere.
Make me a... Oh. Make me...
Charisma is...
That's not helpful.
Shitty, so... Would it be a persuasion or...
Alright, give me a second. I have to go check a different sheet.
I would almost say maybe survival, because you're trying to show them how to.
No,
make
hold up. I was trying to go through the different skills, but the sheet I was on kept getting shifted around.
Hello, is that you?
Yes, I'm the only
I was
one who
randomly
can.
glitching out again.
No, I'm the only one who can control your sheets, other than you.
Well, actually thinking about it,
Make
how...
Make me a... Make me an intelligence check.
Okay. See, I see where here I'm trying to describe it instead of build it. If I was actually building the trap, it'd be survival.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's pretty straightforward to describe.
Mm-hmm. Probably use a stick to draw it out in the sand.
The kobold chief kind of thinks for a minute. Yes, we build.
Alright. Alright, then we just need to find a good place to set a trap where we can do an ambush on the sucker. Once we start drawing him towards it. Alright. Soon as the trap hits him, though, it's gonna be all hands on deck. He is going to be pissed when this trap hits him, and that's if he doesn't see it coming. Alright? As far as I understand it, beholders can see magic. I'm guessing it, honestly. So we can't enchant this thing. It has to be purely mechanical.
Right, so I have to ask, what kind of trap are you describing?
Okay.
I think it's describing like a falling spike panel.
Exactly. Okay.
My first thought was that you were trying to describe some sort of like pit.
No. Beholders float. Why would I just do a pit?
I think he's trying to describe, and correct me if I'm wrong, something where if that's the ground, it's a wooden panel with spikes and whatnot on some kind of hinge that'll swing down when it's connected with a rope or something to here, and the rope would be cut, and then this would just swing down.
Either swing down Jacob, or just straight drop and let gravity do its thing.
I'm just making sure, because last time you planned something out in advance, you forgot something very important.
That's why it's not a pit. Okay. But no, seriously, since we're trying to figure a good place to lure it, drop the trap, and have it practically pinned as best we can with said trap. Okay, pretty much, and this is the easiest way I can think of is the trap would need to be the trap would need to be pretty much a lattice work of wood and rope, wood and net. Okay, you know how the crisscrossing patterns of wood and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what a lattice is.
That's what lattice is. Yes.
Thank you. All right. using the net on the lattice, you could put rocks for weight. Okay? And then, of course, rope to hold it up. But then on the underside of that lattice work are stone, wood, or if they even have metal, or even better, swords or daggers to use to tie onto it in the sword. Those will be pointed downward. That way...
Don't explain this to us. Explain to the Kobold Chief.
Okay, hold on. Alright then. This is how we're going to build it then. You're going to need a good chunk of wood. Okay? And we're going to make a crisscross lattice. Alright? Wood kind of going... And he's just drawing this on the ground in a way where they could understand 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay?
Yes, we can crisscross wood, yes.
Good. And have that all inside a good square grid panel. We're going to have net roped in onto the top so that we can then put rocks on the top for added weight. Alright? And on the bottom, we're going to affix spikes. If you're able to make stone spikes to put in there, the harder, the better. But if we're on a time crunch, wood will do. Alright? Once Kestrel and June get back from scouting out a good ambush point to lead this bastard into, we're going to set the trap up, and we're going to be at least part ways ready, or even just ready if we don't have any other prep work to do, to lead this bastard to the trap. Trap drops on him. He's gonna be pinned and pissed by the trap, while all of us are wailing on his ass to kill him while he's dealing with it.
Yes, we can build.
Perfect. Alright, Kestrel, any other bright ideas? Because I think this one's the bottom of my barrel.
It would be good to know how many of these servants a creature has, whether its control over them is magical or not.
Well, how good is your knowledge of Arcana? I mean, between you and June, you both might be able to figure out if it's a magical hold or not.
I should
Charms
be
do
able
have
to
some distinctive
yes, the
characteristics. So
it would also be good to know how many of them there are, how likely they are to be in any area we want to ambush this person, this beholder.
And Corland's eyes just lit up. Callium! That thunder thing inside you. We know you've got a big bada boom in it, but are you able to do like a focus directed blast?
I will remind you, Callium is currently invisible.
what Callium? Who's Callium?
Wait.
Is that Callium? No, you're not Callium. That one's Callium.
No. Wait, I've completely forgot the reason why he's invisible.
Because
That one's Callium, right?
Yes.
No,
Because
this one is.
June cast invisibility on himself and Callium.
Wait. Yeah, this one's Callium. No, that's Warden. That's Lady Kestrel.
But why? I
Dragon.
forgot why.
they were trying to sneak
Is that-
that.
Oh, we're gonna
Oh.
try and assassinate everyone in here. I'm so upset I didn't get to. Mildly.
Perhaps we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Let the chief get back to whatever it is he needs to do, and
Yeah.
come back if and when we have any questions for him specifically or any updates.
Yes,
Yeah,
go,
I must.
go rest. Prepare kill Big Eye. Beds
Aye.
in other room.
All right. I guess we get led to the other room then.
Alright.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, you guys follow
Or we
the
find a magically generated 5-star hotel. No.
you guys follow the other two bugbears out, where you find a couple of small campfires, a lot of bugbears, and like straw grass bedding.
Alright then.
I am not certain I trust the bugbears to leave us alone during the night.
I mean, June and I will keep an eye on them.
That's right. Neither of you two sleep too much, do you?
Technically, no.
Well,
Gosh dang it. Jacob, we're the only characters that need to sleep.
yeah, we are.
Yeah, you
You
are.
guys really slow down our movements. It's kind of inconvenient.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm a goddamn halfling.
I mean, to be fair, sleep does help with, recovering magic spells and whatnot, but I don't require a full sleep.
Nah, you just go into that damn thing called sentinel mole, or what's it?
Yes, Sentry's Rest.
Right.
You probably shouldn't sleep for a century, though.
I've already slept for a couple of centuries.
The old argument, you sleep when you're dead, right?
I cannot die.
Wow.
That's a sobering thought right there.
Same. Also immortal.
I can be decommissioned.
As we start, I'm presuming we're going to actually set up our own stuff just in here.
I
Yeah,
would
pretty
assume
much.
so.
Yeah,
So
Warden
start
kind
setting
of
up-
puts his back to the wall at somewhere over here, pretty much, and just we'll keep an eye on the party. And he'll do a sentry's rest unless something happens.
Kestrel.
Meanwhile, Court.
Well, do remember you guys did just come back into the caves after finishing a long rest, so
Yeah, we're not doing
Right.
a long rest yet, but we are, kind of doing planning in the sort.
Right. Okay. So short rest then.
okay.
Would be more appropriate for this, yes. Corland, I do have a question.
Yeah, fire away.
You are able to send messages, yes?
Yeah, I've got sending just in case shit hits the fan.
Would you be capable of using that to send a message to the beholder?
Corland just kind of sits and muses on that for a moment.
There's a lot of wiggle room in with which you are familiar.
No, not quite, no. I don't know this damn thing, and he don't know me. I can only really send it to people I know.
Well, that is one avenue no longer open to us then. At
So
the very
could you
least-
use sending to talk to a squirrel you once met?
I mean, if we're still familiar with each other, yes. Well, I'd be talking to a goddamn squirrel.
No idea, just thought of the idea, something.
Yeah, you think of strange shit.
In any case, I was thinking that perhaps, if, as these creatures, we attempt to communicate with the beholder, there may be something we can do to make it stop without having to kill it, which would be preferable, in my opinion, because, as far as I am aware, they are very hard to kill.
Aye, but there's another thing I was trying to wrap my head around. But before I bring it up, would my character know about certain characteristics about beholders? Because if I remember my
let me
monster
see.
manual correctly, beholders are usually summoned creatures, aren't they?
No.
No, they are not.
No.
If I'm right.
And I'm thinking about their cousins. Never mind. Okay.
Let's
Unless,
see, who,
unless you're talking
who-
specifically about their method of reproduction being a type of conjuration magic.
Alright.
I
have a
believe it
suggestion.
was. Callium. Wait, who all had knew about beholders?
Let's see if I'm right. I got an 8. Okay. Warden got 11. Kestrel got 19. Our Drake friend, whose name I don't think I ever actually learned.
Yeah.
Jorha.
Jorha, that was it. I knew it was something. Got an 8. I got a 6. Ender got 19. And Corland got 16. In our Arcana. No,
Yeah, that's correct. That was the Arcana
Yeah.
check I made for that.
Arcana check to figure that out.
Yeah, Arcana or History, yeah.
I thought I said the same thing twice somewhere. But no. So yeah, I know nothing about these things. I'm enticing them like trolls or something. They're not that dangerous, I'm sure.
Ow.
You
So,
did
yeah.
that wrong.
Corland, you would know they are not summoned.
But those eyes are a damn trick to get around. The biggest problem is each of those eyes can cast a separate spell. So far as I know, this is gonna be a hell of a fight.
Ooh, what kind of spells?
So, I have to agree with Kestrel on this, is that if we can avoid a fight, all the better. However, since we've already promised to vanquish them, to avoid a fight might not exactly appease our guests. Or, excuse me, our hosts.
I have a suggestion.
I'm open.
Kind of want everyone's opinion. What is one yes/no question that if you had the answer to right now would be the most helpful?
What?
You can ask a question that answers yes or no, and the question would be the most helpful in the situation.
You lost me, but I'm curious now.
You may ask one question to learn anything you want, but it must be answered in yes or no.
And that's something that the beholder does, or
Oh, I know nothing about beholders. That's something I can do.
I think I get you now. It's one of your abilities. Is we can ask you a yes or no question, and you will answer the question as if you actually know, right?
Probably. So if we can form a commune. So, basically.
I think before we consider that question, and mind you, I'm keeping my voice low so that we're not overheard, is perhaps worth considering if dealing with the beholder without fighting it would not appease the bugbearers. Might it simply be easier to, and I do not know this, it may be simply easier to convince the beholder to stay far enough down that it stays away from everyone above ground that we are supposed to be eliminating threats for, and then kill the bugbears.
Don't know. You also have to remember is that this beholder, he's taking these guys as slaves. I have a pretty rough feeling that even if we try to approach him, we might run into the same fate. Though, admittedly, he'll be interested in the fact that there's something different than big, tall, furry boys and girls here.
I still have the question. Does anybody have a shit ton of chili peppers?
That sounds like something I might have. Let me look.
Are you trying to offer it a treat?
Indeed. Go ahead and get a shit ton of chili peppers, smash them up, and I don't know, anybody have like a gust spell or something like that? Just blow it all into all of his eyes. He won't be able to see shit.
Not a completely terrible idea.
I could see some of the benefits.
Throws pocket sand in the eye. It's a classic trick.
It
Works
has
every
been
time.
only times 1,000. Believe me, chili
We-
peppers in the eye is a lot worse. Well, actually, don't believe me. Believe the dozens of people that we have used that on in my past life.
I have
You
a
lost
spare
Andrew.
vial. I have a spare vial. I could crush this up and give you like glass powder.
I just remembered something I have. I have no idea how this would work, but
Okay.
If we are going to attempt to disable it, as well, I have some of the Dragon's Bane. I do not know if that would affect its magic.
Dragon's Bane.
I mean, something.
Silent,
called
do I know
dragons-
if consuming Dragon's Bane would affect the magical abilities of a beholder?
Innate magic versus casting magic. It's a weird question.
Yeah. Does the Dragon's Bane eliminate innate magical abilities, or only like prevent the casting of spells specifically?
Let me take a look at the Dragon's
Either one.
Bane.
Yeah, either one might be helpful, but one is obviously much more helpful than the other. Be like, we have come to pledge obedience to you and offer you as a gift this fine drink, and then he drinks it and he falls down and doesn't have any abilities, and we stab him to death. The end.
It prevents the casting of magic.
Okay, specifically. Might still be helpful if he has any ability to cast magic specifically, but
So yeah, I would say you're not super familiar with beholders. Like, you know stories of them.
I also know that a lot of magical creatures have
Like,
non-spellcasting magical abilities.
yeah.
And I'd assume I think in character, I would assume that's enough of a chance that it's not worth trying that and having it fail.
I mean, if that works, I have those manacles that Warden was in. We found him. Spellbinding manacles.
That
I
did
have a-
inhibit my ability to summon Jorha as well, which is actually an innate ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a spell.
I do have a question for you though, Alte.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware of the fact that beholders do not have arms?
They don't?
No, but they've got
How do they get
ice
around?
balls.
They float.
Oh.
They do
Floating
not have
eyeball with eye. A floating eyeball.
they do not have most of the things that we would consider normal for a creature. They essentially have a head with smaller eye stalks on it that floats around.
Sounds like some kind of aberration.
Or some Cthulhian shit.
Most Cthulhian shit is aberrations.
I would think it would be within that class of creatures, generally speaking, yes.
Pretty sure one of you has an ability to see if you can sense stuff like that.
I'm also pretty sure that ability is one within X miles.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know where they are exactly, only that they are around. And we know this thing is around, so it's not exactly going to help.
But
I don't
are you
even know
sure
how
it's around?
many. Let me see here. Where the heck is? There it is.
It's not really the most useful ability.
Doesn't
My favorite thing is
reveal-
the fact. My favorite thing is the fact that if it's your favorite, it goes up to 6 miles, which just kind of makes it worse.
Yes. It turns from, is there any of this type of thing within a mile of me? Which, by the way, is a very large distance for, like, adventurers. To, is there any of this kind of thing within 6 miles of me? Which is even, like, less specific.
I mean, it could be
And-
useful. Who knows?
And again, though, it doesn't even tell me location or how many of them there are, only that I know they're around us.
Yep.
It may be helpful if we wish to clear out the remainder of the cave before pursuing this mission, and might be able to find out something that could possibly be nearby.
What, so you want me to see if I can sense any other creatures that might be willing to help us get rid of this thing?
Do beholders have any natural predators?
I don't know.
Do not believe so.
Other than maybe other beholders?
So we have to find another beholder. Okay.
Then to get rid of
That's-
that beholder, we have to find another beholder, and then to,
It's gonna be a vicious cycle.
I
Yeah,
was
meta
thinking-
alert. It sounds like Silent wants me to use primal awareness.
Oh no, it's
I
up to you.
don't see how it would be useful.
No, I was just saying that one of you has an ability that does exactly what someone was asking about.
I don't think it's me. I don't really have any sensing abilities.
No, it was Warden. I didn't remember who had the ability.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
good.
he's basically saying if you used it now and it said, hey, there's an aberration, we could say, yep, we're probably right.
Okay.
Okay.
He uses it. Hey, there's 17 of this.
It doesn't
No,
tell you how many there
wouldn't-
are.
I wouldn't know how many there are or even where they're at. That's the real downside. of
It's a
primal
binary yes or no. Like,
Yeah.
are there more than 0 elementals within a mile of this location?
Yeah.
But you already
Yes.
know the answer to that question.
Yep.
Do we?
Yes, one. Right
Yeah.
We know there's a dragon right here. We know there's an
Well, that's an
angel right
elemental.
here.
There's
Wait,
at
I
least
thought that
one
was an
elemental.
elemental.
Yeah,
at
there's
least
an
one-
elemental right
There's
here.
an elemental right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
you don't know where I am.
That's true. We don't know where you are, but we know
Yeah.
there's an elemental really close to us.
Nobody knows what Callium is. Callium's still fucking vamped out.
You don't even know if I'm.
I'm assuming he's either with us or probably fine.
I'm under the impression that he's currently trying to figure out how to kill the Hobgoblin King over there. The Bugbear King, whatever.
There's
They
no
don't-
screaming of like panic, so he's probably in the general area.
Oh, I didn't say that out loud. That was metaing a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you were say it out loud, so I wouldn't be able to say that joke if I didn't say it at meta as well.
Okay, I said it very, very quietly then.
Do you
Oh,
think
boy.
perhaps it would be worth
Please no.
trying to finish the rest of our mission from the guild before we try and fight this thing?
I think we found the rest of our mission from the guild. It's these guys or the Beholder. Which do you want?
We could, of course, always do the thing of not our job, walk away and say, yeah, there's a beholder in there.
We've been doing that
Because
all
I'm pretty sure it's not on the level of which is our problem.
Yeah, except we've been kind of doing that a bit. And Caps is a little stressed these days.
After you guys brought back basically the Zerg infection in a bottle.
Not to mention.
Wait, I have an idea. We get some of that, take over the beholder area, and then we have an even bigger problem.
Yeah. Do you want problem A or problem B?
I get the feeling you learned nothing from StarCraft.
I was gonna say, yeah, we get like a psiotic beacon, and like it takes over the beholder, and then the beholder is like the new brood queen of the Zerg.
Oh, I'm sure there'd be no repercussions to that course of action.
Well, there would
Absolutely
be,
not.
but they wouldn't be our problem by that point.
Oh, I'm sure they wouldn't be.
Look, still pretty sure the mission only said the first 2 levels of the cave, and I think the beholder is like further down than that.
Yes,
is-
our entire purpose in even wanting to slay this in the first place is that
Bragging rights, I'm guessing?
no, the mission specifically says to eliminate things that could prove a threat.
On the
And-
first 2 levels.
And
Yes.
the bugbears could be a potential threat if this is not handled.
And if we manage to succeed in this, then they turn from a threat into a potential ally.
Yep.
And then I'll be
Okay,
eagerly
so-
awaiting someone to make a bugbear backup character.
You know what? I'll do it.
I would, but this character is immortal, so I'm not going anywhere.
I
Right.
stab Ultimate through the chest. No, I'm kidding.
Immortal, you say? Let me just practice my aim. Right. So at this point, I think if we can ensure that the rest of the mission is done, perhaps we have a better handle on which course of action would be best for us.
I mean, the only thing other that I could think of that we could do is at the very least send word back to the guild just so we could get back up.
That may be worth doing, yes.
Won't it take them like 2 or 3 days for them to get to us?
I still,
That's still the 2 or 3 days we'll need just to ensure that things are set and ready. Okay, and that's if the fight doesn't start.
I'm thinking that perhaps also we did not finish exploring the area we were in previously.
I thought we did. There was nothing
Caves?
left beyond those worm things.
Did not.
Caves can conceal a lot of different twisting passages. Perhaps there is a route to a better staging position if we decide to fight this thing.
You all very distinctly remember that you reached a fork, went left, and never went right.
Well, we went everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Did everything.
Yeah, right. Let me at the very least go ahead and send word to Kipsy that we need backup, and to send me and pretty much let me know who she's sending, and let me know who she's sending, their name and everything, so I can keep in contact with them if shit goes sideways. Okay, I gotta.
25 words or less.
Yes, I know. I'm starting to type it out now.
Even
Okay.
if we are
Wait.
not able to get back up, it still feels like something that we should inform them of.
Wait, so you don't want to walk away from this because that would bother Kipsy, but we're going to go bother Kipsy about this now?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not following that logic either. I'm going to side with June on that one.
On what one?
I figured out what's wrong with you people.
Everything is wrong with us, and yet nothing is wrong with us.
Yeah, this
I mean,
all
you're the
seems
one-
perfectly fine.
You're the one with two minds in your head, so
Something wrong with all of you. God, when we get back, go ahead and bring you to someone to look at you.
I'm sure they'd love to have a look at me.
Your memories are just off.
Silent, taking a look around and even walking around a little bit, do they seem to have, like, resources, baskets full of what might be vegetables and whatnot around?
I mean, they have a little bit of food. Not all of it's still necessarily in the ideal freshness. But they do have some food and resources, especially near kind of the couple of broken and tipped carts that are over in one of the corners.
If the bugbears don't mind, I'd like to go and see if there was by chance a spice vendor who just happened to be transporting a bleep ton of chili peppers.
There
Y'all
is
are putting
not.
a lot of faith in a tribe of what is essentially less intelligent versions of Lanky Kong.
So, real quick, before I do this, guys, we are updating Kipsy, right?
I mean, that
I
is
think
your
it's
plan.
It will
It's what
need
we've
to be
done.
done either way.
I've done this all the
Alright.
time, so I say so. Best option. Mm-hmm.
One, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6,
it
7,
do-
8,
does
9,
not
10,
seem like there are
11,
any
12, 13, 14.
shit ton of chili peppers.
You didn't
Warden.
raid my house.
Are there, by any chance, some chili peppers?
There's a small bag of pepper.
Alrighty.
Some
Quite the same.
some salted meat.
Ooh,
Pepper wouldn't
message.
be terrible.
There's not a lot of pepper. There's like a small bag of it.
How small? Like just a couple of ounces, or like a couple of tablespoons?
Like about a quarter of a pound.
That's a decent amount.
Alright. I've got the message typed out and ready to go.
Alright, go ahead and send it to me.
I just put it in the chat. Hold on. It is literally exactly 25 words. There we go.
Okay, mission update. Beholder encounter possible. Peaceful bugbear tribe, that's a stretch. Bartering for assistance. Prepping for possible fight. Need reinforcements. Respond with party leader. Sorry for more trouble.
I mean, they just had this conversation. She is getting stressed out by the shenanigans we keep bringing.
Or shenanigans? I like shenanigans.
I mean, all I read in that is you are really trying to kiss ass.
I'm not going to answer that. I am not going to answer that. Alright, it's been sent. I've asked for reinforcements and for her to tell me who the party leader is going to be. I said peaceful bugbear tribe. Only
That's a
because
stretch.
oh, I know it is, but only because I don't want them drawing their blades against the buggers when they meet them. You know what I mean?
Over at Alte again.
There's only one of them I wanted to kill, and he's outside. Also, I kind of need to go outside for a moment. Honestly, completely separate. If we need resources, I kind of got something I've been trying to use for a while.
Do you need any help?
Probably not. Don't know what it does. Holding up the small leather bag I've carried since level 2.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Bugbear, is it okay if I borrow this? And I hold up the sack of pepper.
The other issue with this,
Jacob, that is the reply you get.
The other issue with this is, even if we did manage to kill all of the bugbears, we would still
Alright.
the problem of the beholder being here.
Oh, jeez, Oh, I got the answer. She's gonna try and find some people to assist, but, well, it's gonna be a bit dicey. Until I hear more from her, we're on our own. She does say for us to stay safe, though.
I look around at our surroundings.
Worst case scenario, though, we might be on our own.
I think then that perhaps we gather what information and resources we can. Even if someone comes to assist, it can be helpful.
Aye.
We should see if there is another route to this thing, or how far ahead we can scout before running into its minions, I suppose is the good word.
Minions, territory, one way or the other.
So what's the plan?
Well, I've done my contribution there, building a nice big old trap ready, getting prepped up for a good old trap. We need to just find an ambush point that they can use to start building the sucker and putting it together. So I'd say we need to scout.
The problem is that many of you are not quite so good at scouting. So I'm not sure what the best way to proceed is. Perhaps the problem is I do not have dark vision either, so hey, I picked the race that had flight. I'm not gonna pick a race that has flight and dark vision.
Thank you.
There's owls now, by the way.
I mean, I can help you with the dark vision part.
I'm
but
gonna
I
say at this
definitely
point,
cannot
it's,
help with sneaking around.
at this point, it has been about an hour since Alte cast invisibility, and suddenly Callium's there.
Yeah, welcome back to the party.
I still want to go. I think it'd be a good idea if I go outside and plant one of my magic beans.
Up to you.
You have magic beans?
Yep, I've had them for about a month now. Maybe 2.
Do you know
Time
what
flies.
they do?
No. But I'm told they're magic and very powerful. Though they need space to grow.
It might not be the absolute worst idea, but I feel like doing so in a cave would be bad.
That's why I should go outside of the cave.
Oh,
I
nothing,
mean,
nothing
not
wrong
the
could happen.
brightest, but also not the worst of your ideas.
Nothing could
Indeed.
possibly go wrong.
We would have
No,
to be
nothing
very
could go
careful.
wrong whatsoever. Probably.
Well, you say it is a very powerful magical beings, but you do not know what they do, so if they are powerful and their effect is unknown, then we should approach it with care.
The
How
magic?
many of those magic beans do you have?
3. I got solid 3 of them.
Can we just shove those down the beholder's mouth and hope that maybe it somehow kills him?
I like that idea. Let's go with that idea.
I'd rather not. I want to see what they do. If you plant them, they do something. But if you just like drop them, they explode.
Again, why not just shove them down the beholder's mouth?
Because I could probably make a bigger explosion than these things could.
Oh, okay.
And if their magic activates when they are planted, that might not do anything if they are eaten.
True.
Yes, you would.
I'm actually relatively sure Kestrel can probably create bigger explosion than these things could.
Yes, you would know, Alte, that in order for them to activate properly, you do need to plant them in dirt and water them.
Yeah, I have
Hey.
identify, and that's part of the description.
Yep.
Yes. So wait, you have identify and you haven't identified them?
Oh no, I have, like a while ago. Once again, I got these like level 2, and I've just been carrying them around waiting for the perfect opportunity.
So would identify not reveal to you what they do?
Oh no, what they do when you plant them is completely random, so it doesn't tell you what that happens.
Okay.
Just something.
Taylor, this is the bag of beans item.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like in a meta sense. Like you
No.
identify them.
No, you know how they function, but you have no. The effect is random upon planting.
Yes, but I've always run it that identify tells you what some of the effects can be.
I did not do that.
Do what?
Yeah.
Oh.
You learn its properties and how to use them. But like it identifies one of the weird ones where it's always sort of like not
The
really
GM's
well described.
discretion.
Well, it's not really well outlined what exactly it reveals about.
Well, I
them.
mean, compare it to like in your campaign. The deck of cards that Illiren had, or the magic jelly beans that I had. Like they had minor magical effects, but like we found out how to use them and that they were magic, but not what any of the effects were.
Yeah, I can see that being in the same argument as like the deck of things. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep saying those words until somebody else says something.
I've got nothing else. I have done my contribution.
All right.
So y'all
June,
want to
let's
come with
head
me?
out. I'm
Right.
coming with you, June.
do
Don't
this.
worry.
I think that in the case you are actually doing this, then yes, we should accompany you, but not too close.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It may
Go
also-
outside.
I would also argue it is to our benefit to finish exploring the surrounding cave area to see if there are alternative routes.
What I can agree with.
If you want some help, and I put my hand on Kestrel's shoulder, and I'll go ahead and blow another second level spell for dark vision on Kestrel.
What is
Yeah,
the
that'll
duration
help.
on that?
8 hours?
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yes.
Sort of like blinks and shakes her head. Well, that is quite helpful. Yes.
Hey,
Which I
that's
will
a
say,
question.
you have roughly 7 hours remaining on your dark vision, Warden, and Kestrel you
Yeah.
have.
Well, actually, I just cast it just before we hit the bugbears.
And it's been about an hour, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
since then? Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah, that's why Callium is back, because invisibility
right,
is a
right.
1 hour spell.
Kestrel, I must ask, now that you've actually had both normal vision and dark vision, what's the difference like? Is it like, does it look different? Is it strange? Suddenly going to the difference? I've had dark vision my whole life, so I don't really know.
It looks different in that it is dark and I can see things. As opposed
I mean,
to
technically
seeing
speaking,
nothing.
basically, if you were to stare at a really dirty mirror, but you can still see outlines, that's kind of what it's like for us with dark vision.
Oh, I have dark vision. Like,
Yes, but
my
I
whole
mean,
life. I just want
I
to
mean,
know if it's uniquely different from
Yes.
like not having it.
if it
What
does
is
have
staying in the dark and not seeing like?
close your eyes. It looks like that.
Well,
Yeah.
that was my attempt at connecting with you on an emotional level. Let's go.
I appreciate the attempt, but it's a very strange question. And yes, so we'll follow him outside and keep a fair distance once we get outside from where he's actually planting these. At least I will.
Alright, yeah, you guys gotta head out.
Silent. Man, I'm so glad we finally got this module going after we derailed everything for a couple sessions. Illiren. So about those beans.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not going to derail it that much. At worst, probably.
Yeah.
Things how we still haven't gotten around to a fight.
So
Look,
let
it's
me...
not that we're derailing away from this. We're just derailing back to the beans counter.
I get the distinct feeling
Well-
that Silent's enemy dice are getting itchy trigger fingers.
let me look up the magic beans again. This couldn't possibly go poorly.
No,
Not
not
the
at all.
slightest.
There's no way that it could summon a giant pyramid with a mummy lord in it.
Look, that's very unlikely to happen. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's Yeah.
Is there any chance we could convince the Mummy Lord to help us fight the Beholder?
No.
Why not? They're smart. Which one would you rather work for, a Mummy Lord or a Beholder? I think a Beholder would probably be better.
I mean, they're spellcasters.
Yeah, there's only a 9% chance of a threat bigger than a beholder coming out from one result.
Yep, nope, we're doing it.
Okay.
We have allowed Alte to perform this action, and now are going to see how that pans out.
Alright.
Can I just send a random
We're
stalker
going
after
to-
me to stop me to do it this time? I did. Well, try to do it once before. You sent a random stalker after me, so I couldn't. But I do it. You're not stopping me now.
I feel like we're gonna build this up, and it's just gonna be like the statue of you that insults people or something.
I was waiting
So-
for it to not be like a magic campfire.
So what do you say to these two? They're kind of looking at you like, you killed Big Eye?
No,
That's
but
part of the plan, but we need to do some more scouting of the caves, and a spellcaster here has a little prep work to do outside.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Yes, diplomacy, the greatest
Oh,
skill.
motherfuck.
kid.
Why am I the one coming up with the excuses here?
Why
because-
did
Because you're so quick at talking. Like the
Yeah.
second, it's like, maybe it's talking. Your turn.
Yeah, I tried to say something. You talked over me.
Same.
what was Kestrel gonna say?
I was going to say, we need to go outside to do some of our preparations to fight Big Eye, and we are not going to fight him immediately. We need to prepare for it.
Okay, make your roll with advantage, Corland.
What's diplomacy?
Persuasion.
Thank you.
Diplomacy is not a skill in 5e.
Fuck.
And you doing it with advantage is statistically worse than me doing it without advantage.
Okay. Well, we wait for you to get back and kill Big Eye for us.
Very soon.
And they are going to move out of the way and let you go make your preparations to kill Big Eye.
Air quotes, preparations.
Oh, this could be a preparation. Might not be, but it probably is.
And you all make your way.
I want to say I wouldn't come
Corland's
up
gonna
with
look at Kestrel and go, how the fuck am I talking my way out of this with you? I hope you? I'm not the eloquent one, you are!
You're you're not eloquent, but you're a very good people person. Somehow.
Alright, you guys make your way out of the cave. Out of the mouth, into the small camp that's around the entrance to the cave.
We'll say if I knew in character exactly what the effects were, I would be hoping for a very specific one, so we could serve the beholder an omelet.
So, are you planting them right here?
No, like outside.
I need to find.
It's up to
I need
all
to find
time.
a nice spot that is like a good bit of sunlight. Yeah. A nice little open field, maybe. A little spot for it to grow. Not sure what it's going to make, but I'm hoping for some kind of beanstalk. You know,
Wait.
I like beans.
Another meta thought. If he plants it close enough to the entrance and a pyramid pops up, would it just block it off?
Oh god.
Well, there is probably about 100 feet away from the where the camp is set up. There's a nice spot, some short grass, open clearing, nice sunlight. About 100 feet away from the camp.
That seems like a good spot to grow some magic plants.
How many of these are you planting?
Well, only one. Gotta figure out what they actually do.
Okay.
So plant one, dig a little hole, put it in the ground, plant it
Alright.
back down, give it a little bit of water.
Yep. Alright, cool. You plant one of these beans and a minute later something happens. Roll me a D100.
82.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for.
Me. Alright, yeah. After about a minute passes, there's kind of a light rumbling, and this mess of sticks and branches and like shredded bark kind of springs into being. And over the course of about 60 seconds, it forms this. What is that noise?
Sorry.
Somebody is hungry.
Yes, I need chips. Yeah.
Please mute when you're doing that. It's really loud.
Yeah.
Oh, how my
Every-
mic is still picking it up.
Every time.
Lord. I'm getting there.
I will just mute him for a second. And forms a small nest on the ground. Almost like a giant bird's nest, and there are inside of it look like 4 white eggs, probably roughly 7 to 8 inches long, probably like 5-6 inches across.
Eggs. Now, what do these do?
You
I
have
think
no
they're
idea.
supposed to eat them.
There are 4 eggs in this nest.
Well, maybe they'll hatch into something.
Hey, Jorha, sit on the
Touch.
eggs.
Jorah kind of flips over and sits on one of the eggs.
Okay.
Kind of trying to do like a mother hen type thing almost.
How long do I have to do this, boss?
Oh no, he grew up, remember?
So did
He's in
his voice
Charmeleon
change?
stage now. Yeah.
No, it did. How long do you have to do this, boss? I like his voice. It's not changing.
I'm gonna love it when he's large size and he still has
He
that
still
voice.
sounds like that. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's gonna be awesome.
All right. Honestly, I have no idea. How long do eggs usually take to hatch?
Depends on the egg. Or what laid the egg.
Yes,
Do they take,
Kestrel.
like,
how
5
long
minutes?
do eggs take to hatch?
Kestrel does not know.
You're the smartest person in this group, you probably know.
She was born and does not lay eggs. So
Are you sure?
This is what you get for being the smartest person in the group. You have to tell us everything.
Is that enough to remember how long it might take an egg to hatch?
Yeah, no, it depends. Depends on what type of egg it is.
John,
Just do that for like 5 minutes. If nothing happens, then get off.
yeah, for real world reference, a chicken egg takes somewhere between 3 weeks and a month to hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
no,
not let you have that long.
yeah, Jorha sits on the egg for like 5 minutes and then hops off it. There are 4 eggs.
I'm gonna pick up an egg. I'm gonna try and examine it. See if there's anything unique about this egg.
It is a really big egg.
Do you have identify?
Well, yes. Think that'll work? Think it's magic?
It came from a magic bean, so I'm going to say yes.
Good point.
Are you going to cast Identify on the eggs?
Well, on one of the eggs, yep.
Okay.
So I got... What does this do? What
It seems to have... It seems to have some kind of, like, residual magic. But the egg itself is not inherently magical, from what you can tell. It seems like it would have some kind of magical... It could trigger some kind of magical effect, but in its current state, it is not magic.
I mean, just a meta thing. I would argue that something that has the potential to cause a magical effect is magical.
In its current state, and I am kind of judging this based on what the description in the book is, they are just eggs that can cause a magical effect, potentially, but they themselves are not magic items of some kind.
They might have some kind of magic effect, but they're not magic. Whatever that means.
Eat one and find out.
Why would you eat one?
I don't know.
I do not know about eating them, but I was going to say sometimes these sort of things make objects that have specific effects when used in a certain way.
So what do you think?
I know
Eat
some
it?
spells produce things that have magical effects when you eat them, or when you crush them, or when you speak a specific word.
I look at one of the eggs. Hatch.
You look at one of the eggs and what?
I look at one of the eggs and I say, hatch.
Okay, it does not hatch.
I say the same thing in Draconic.
It does not hatch.
And then in Elvish.
It does not hatch.
And then in Dwarven.
You run through all of your languages. It does not hatch.
Celestial hatch.
It does not hatch.
I'm out of ideas.
Your party collectively takes like 60 seconds to all say hatch in various languages, and it does not hatch.
No, I don't. I just
Except
sit
for
there
Kestrel.
watching them.
Kestrel watches amused, but they do not hatch.
Probably gonna hold on to one, see if it. Probably we have 4 eggs. Probably should hold on to one, see if it hatches. We can go with like other things for the other ones.
Hey, Alte.
Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh no.
Don't answer that. It's a trick. I'm sorry. It's a trap.
I like this one. The one I cast Identify on.
Hit it with lightning breath.
You beat the one he's currently holding.
Yeah, the
Yes.
one he's holding?
You're going to use an area of effect attack on an area where your ally is. I thought we talked about this.
I thought we talked about this, Callium.
Warden draws his sword.
We specifically talked about this.
Okay, I take it, I throw it in the air, and then I use lightning breath on it.
My egg! No!
Okay. Roll for damage.
See, if there were a pot on the ground, this would be how you make egg drop soup.
Oh god.
And
Okay.
Not bad, actually.
Currently, you found a way to spray yourself and Alte with fried eggs.
Make me a dexterity check. At disadvantage, Callium. As you toss this egg into the air, open your mouth wide, and blast lightning, shattering the egg as it begins to rain down from the sky.
You can see it coming, right? Because where is it? I know I have it in here.
Primeval awareness. No, not primeval awareness. Danger sense.
Yeah.
Link it? This doesn't seem like danger, and it doesn't seem like it's not as it should be. This seems exactly like what you expected to happen.
He just wants you to fail. Just go ahead and fail already.
I'd argue that that first part is flavor and the second part is a mechanical effect.
I don't think it really matters, because you're just going to get fried egg rained on him.
Yeah, that feels more like what's going to happen here.
So just make dexterity check.
Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw.
A save.
Oh,
Yeah,
it wouldn't have helped anyway.
It wouldn't have helped anyways.
Dang it, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, and also it's like this wouldn't necessarily I don't feel like this would constitute danger sense, because you don't know what these eggs do. It's not a trap, it's not a spell, it's not as it shouldn't be. Like this is exactly this is exactly what you anticipated to happen.
I'd argue, well, this is besides the thing, but I would argue that the mechanical effect is you have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. Like, it's not limited to that. I'd argue that this is probably something that, like, is self-inflicted enough that it might not qualify. But in general,
That was
on traps and spells.
that was kind of my thinking. Is like this is something that you specifically did. You took this egg, hucked it into the air, and then breathed lightning breath. This is kind of what you were expecting. What you weren't
I
expecting
didn't get to eat it.
was the giant lump of egg that has now fallen into your mouth and slid down your throat.
Okay, I would say that's pushing.
I'm a guy who eats raw meat. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Exactly. Again, as I was going to say, Taylor, for normal people, yes. For Callium, bit of a stretch.
Oh right,
Yeah.
I got lunch.
He would. Yeah, that's fair argument that he would not really care about dodging egg.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god. Now we get to the good stuff.
I mean, okay.
Ha! Too bad you didn't have advantage on that.
Yeah. For a split second, Callium, you can feel yourself kind of welling with this newfound strength that you didn't have before. Like you've almost gotten a little bit better. And then kind of your stomach starts to churn a bit.
If I'm going to hurl, I aim it at Illiren.
Well, that might also be a side effect. As this force kind of grows and begins to pop within your stomach, you take 18, 19.
Oh god.
3 to 4 to 5 to 6, 27. You take 28 force damage as this egg kind of erupts in your stomach. This large, magical explosion kind of bursts forth inside of you. You kind of cough up blood and remnants of egg, and you throw up.
All over Illiren.
Illiren, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you failed. You got some egg in your mouth now.
Chain reaction.
Hey, it never says in the description that the eggs can't be eaten by more than one creature. I think that's probably assumed, though, because common sense.
Yeah. I'm not that mean. And it's not like I had set a very high dex save for that. He only had to hit a 12.
But you failed.
Gee,
So your stomach
Callium.
exploded.
I see this happen.
I will also say it's very unfortunate that you did not have advantage on that.
Yes, because if 25 had been, it would have been a good effect.
Yes.
Huh.
That's the way things happen.
Exploding
When you
eggs.
plant a magic bean.
But
I
yes, you
expect exploding eggs.
have three eggs left and 2 magic beans.
At least we know that its effect is when it is eaten.
I'm sure if I hold on to one long enough, it will hatch. I'm waiting for that.
Alright, you could always try to get more eggs.
Gonna make sure to hold on to one of my eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, zip it away into a bag of holding so that they don't break this one.
Alright, just put it down as magic
Egg.
bean egg, and then in parentheses, 81 to 90.
Surprising. Callium. 8 hit points back.
Oh boy.
It's not. It doesn't really help out that much, but you know, it helps out a little bit.
I mean, I really wasn't in that much danger in the first place.
Yeah, you're still kind of fine.
Hey, it was a full roll, so take it.
Here's the better way to put it. When those things hit me, it took them 2 rounds of hitting me to get me to half health.
Are you still talking about the eggs?
No, the other things.
Ah,
How did an
The
egg hit you?
snakes.
you got
He
egg on your
opened his
face.
mouth.
Yeah, Callium, you do have egg on your face.
You big disgrace.
Stop kicking that can all over the place.
Okay.
Wasn't even that good of one. That's kind of why I'm disappointed. Could have done better.
Does Alte, do those beans turn into eggs every time?
Maybe. Want to find out?
Is
We'll
one of
find out.
them a fair distance from where you are planting it? Then yes.
Yep.
All right.
Kestrel, you step like how far back do you step?
It depends on how far out he's going to plant it.
How
We're in
far-
a nice field. Give the nest a bit of room away.
Okay. Are all of the eggs in your bag of holding?
I made sure to keep one in the bag of holding. The other two I'm sure we'll experiment with. Because I'm planning on hatching this egg.
Okay.
Not going to work, I know fully, but I'm going to try.
Roll me a.
I declare that by every single time, which is something annoying.
Roll me a d100.
Planting 76. More
Keep an eye on
eggs.
these.
76. All right. Yeah. After about a minute, these very similar to the last time. These branches, like this lone stick, begins to grow and twist out of the ground, kind of expanding, until after about a minute before you is a large tree.
That doesn't look the same as last time.
No, it doesn't.
And you can see as
Unless
you
it's
look
an
at the
eggplant.
You can see as you look at the tree, there are, counting up, 24 different fruits.
Huh.
So
That each one seems to have its own unique shape and color and size.
Alte, did you buy these? I'm wondering how you obtain these, because it appears all they do is make food.
Oh god, it's been such a long time. It's been over here IRL, I don't remember.
You got them while exploring, the outpost during your graduation exam. Yeah.
This wasn't. No, the bag wasn't from the outpost mission.
I believe it was.
Outpost mission, the magic items were the circlet blasting, the silver crow, my boots of elven. Yeah.
I believe this
In any
was
case,
from the
it
outpost.
appears that these beans simply grow into magical food sources.
That apparently blow up if you eat them.
The fourth was Cobb's magic asks.
I'm going to assume you meant to say axe.
Axe. That's what I said.
And that you did not, in fact, find Cobb's magic ass.
Cobb's magic axe. He also has a circlet blasting, still.
Ow.
My boots and the silver raven got stolen by some goblins.
Yeah, there's still a group of hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears in the woods that now have a magical raven statue.
Yeah, it's
All-
fine. So,
it's
honestly,
what I'm
the
thinking
least
of.
important thing happening.
If it's what I'm thinking of, then they could really take advantage of it to like spam call people. In any case, perhaps we find out what this tree's fruit do, and then plant the last one. It seems rather benign, if not ingested.
Yeah. I mean, probably fine.
Yeah,
I'm immune to poisons. It probably won't bother me.
Ow.
Edit.
Okay. No, I've just got this image, like, you pick all the fruit, we get in a fight with Beholder, and you're like, open the pause menu and start eating all of them.
Yes. Might as well take down a fruit.
Alright, give me one
The
second
color
here.
green.
You're looking for one that's green?
I like the color green, so let's go with that.
Alright, yeah, you find a green fruit that's roughly the size of a pear, except it seems to be like completely round with these almost yellow tipped spiky bits coming off of it, almost like small bristles of fruit. Let me finish writing something down here real quick. Okay.
I think the only real way to eat this would be like to cut it's in half, then try to eat it from like the inside out. So like a mango. Can't eat the skin, gets the bristles.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes, I mean it's fruit.
Okay. Let me look this up real quick.
Fruity,
I
presume.
Yeah, like it tastes like a really overripe blueberry. A little bit sour. Still not bad.
Not bad. I like it. It's good fruit.
Roll me 1d24.
I was waiting for it. Something.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good fruit.
Some good fruit. Blueberry. Sort of.
Right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. You want some of this blueberry fruit? Kind of green berry?
I mean, there's a little bit of it left.
No? How much? Yeah.
Someone else wants to eat the other half.
I guess
Nice, that
Corland will try it out.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a pretty juicy fruit. Almost like mushy cantaloupe consistency on the inside, but I mean it tastes good. Tastes like overripe kind of sour blueberry.
Well, that's 23 fruits I can hold on to and we can supplement into our diet later. You know, when we're out here. Exotic fruit. Yeah, that's nice.
Alright, shall we head back in?
Alright.
Unless you want to plant the last bean.
You know, but we're out here. I got one last one.
We're
Hey,
just
how
gonna
much
keep
do these fruit weigh?
each of the eggs, because you do have 3 of them left. Each of the eggs, I would say, are about 2 pounds. And I'd say for every 2 fruit, add a pound.
let's see, 23. That's.
So every fruit is half a pound.
I know how to spell fruit, don't worry about it. Alright.
F-R-U-T-E, right?
F-R-U-T-E. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I know how to spell it. Why do you think I didn't? You doubting me?
Never
One
doubt
last-
Illiren.
Last bean.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 75.
75.
More fruit.
Yes. Second tree sprouts out of the ground. This one with 22 fruits on it.
Oh my gosh, you literally did just buy a bag of beans that turns into magical food.
He didn't buy them.
45. It was a gift, I know that.
I will
remember
say
from whom.
I will say keep them separated
Oh,
in your notes.
Alright. See, that's 23. I ate one. And that's 22. There. Other magic fruits. R-U-T. Guys, I got dinner for about another week. Probably sooner. Shouldn't keep them that long.
Yeah, fruit tends to not keep very long at all.
Hey, not quite sure how long it'll keep. It grew from a magical bean after all, but
Magic Wizard God is correct.
Yes.
That phrasing just made me realize I have to say. Beans, magical fruit.
I want you guys to know something. I've had that bag for over a year, and over that year, I've never looked at the list of what they could become. I kept myself in the dark this whole time. The only things I knew were the things that you guys kept shouting at me every few minutes. I mentioned it.
eggs and fruit, man. Eggs and fruit.
I didn't shout.
I have known what these things do beyond the fact that eggs explode sometimes.
Eggs and fruit.
Oh, but seriously, how likely was the Mummy Lord thing?
Just statistically speaking,
Yeah.
1% less likely than the eggs or the fruit. The beans have two effects that have a 1% chance. Two effects that have a 9% chance, and the rest of the effects all have a 10% chance.
Where's my calculator?
So, statistically, in planting 3 beans, the chance of one of them being a mummy lord is, I want to say around 20-ish.
Yeah, instead you guys got a bunch of eggs and some fruit.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic.
Look, we got dinner.
Just be very thankful it was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
To be honest, I am both a little happy and a little disappointed.
Sounds like most D&D games.
I thought it might be something useful, you know? But I guess we got dinner.
They
Yes,
are. Those are probably some of the more useful things you could have gotten.
Let's go on ahead and check out the rest of the dang floor real quick.
Hey, what's over here in this corner?
Other effects include a statue that is immobile, that looks like you, that makes verbal threats against you.
Yeah,
That will...
Yeah, Taylor mentioned that one once.
Yeah, if you leave it and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs the newcomers to find and attack you. If you're on the same plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are. It becomes inanimate after 24 hours. A lot of
Would
them.
you really trust a screaming statue you found in the woods? I wouldn't. No one trusts a screaming statue they found.
A lot of them summon monsters. There's a one.
Like D&D adventurers don't usually trust random creatures that they find in the woods.
There's a 1% chance for it to create a giant beanstalk.
I'm bored now.
I think my favorite is the toads.
Oh yeah, the 1d4 plus 8 bright pink toads that crawl out of the ground. And whenever they're touched, they transform into a large or small monster of my choice that remain for 1 minute and then disappear into a puff of bright pink smoke.
It's so fun to troll people with when that actually happens.
There's also the giant geyser, shooting 30 feet into the air of either water, beer, berry juice, tea, vinegar, wine, or oil.
I feel like they left something very important out there, because
What?
those are the same liquids you can produce with an alchemist jug, minus poison and mayonnaise.
Yeah, no poison or mayonnaise.
Just plant a bean. For 1d12 rounds, there's a 30-foot high geyser of mayonnaise. That would be concerning.
Yeah, no, I'd say you guys probably arguably got some of the better items you could from that.
Yep.
And the less campaign derailing items.
Yes. So yes, let's continue exploring as we had planned. Shoot.
Alright, yeah, and you all make your way back into the cave. Now the proud owners of 3 remaining eggs and 2 batches of fruit.
Proud owners of a small magical breakfast buffet.
Yeah. This is still making me hungry.
It should. So, as you guys get back to the intersection to plan to keep exploring,
Mm-hmm.
head out this way. What's your marching order?
I was gonna have Warden and Jorha up front, and they kind of just stop at the intersection and kind of just look back to the rest of the group. Hey, you know what? Why don't we check down this passageway here and see if there's anything else of interest?
Sounds good to me.
That was our plan, yes. And
Callium will take up the back.
Go
Don't
ahead.
blow up on us.
Mr. Barbarian in the back.
Okay. So
I
yeah,
mean,
with-
especially
Fish.
seeing as if those scavengers decide we're the things to be scavenged, at least I'm back there able to take some hits.
Probably that's also the fact that he's the only one of the group that currently can't see in the dark. Poor Dragonborn.
Yeah, it sucks to be you.
yeah, so
Uh-huh.
kind of beginning to move down.
If we weren't going through a cave, I would have thrown a rock at you, Tin Man.
Eh. Yes, fight each other.
I'm sure this long pause is not in any way indicative of something bad happening.
I mean,
Okay.
to be fair, we're
Da-da-da,
going to be
da-da-da.
facing a beholder in a little bit. I don't think there's anything else down here that can scare us nearly as much as that can.
So yeah, you
Dad, do I need to remind you what the phrase tempting fate is?
you turn and start looking down. You can see it seems to be opening a little farther down into what seems to be a relatively decent sized room of some kind.
Oh, there seems to be a large.
It does look like
Opening.
there are some normal cave stuff, like some rocks and whatnot littered around, but
Dun, Don't trust the rocks. The rocks are evil.
Gonna pull out my bolt pistol.
Okay.
And look back to the rest of the group. Large open room, similar to the one where those slug things ambushed us. I say we send Callium in. Nope, I'm just going.
What?
Shh.
What are you saying?
Yeah, I missed that. I was away from my microphone. Then I didn't hear what was happening.
Here I am trying to help inform the party, and everybody ignored me.
I was gone for like 20 seconds.
My feelings are now hurt.
Oh, sorry. You'll have to get your feelings healed over a long rest.
Alright.
I think hurt feelings is like a status condition. It won't have less restoration. That helps with that, right?
Some wounds cannot be healed with magic.
Bullshit.
Anyways, there's a large room up ahead, similar to the
Talking about-
one that the slug things ambushed us in. I say we send Callium in.
What slug things?
Also, side note, if you're talking about emotional wounds, modify memory is a thing. I think perhaps we get closer to the entrance of the room and see if we can see more of what is going on inside of it before we send anyone too far ahead.
I'm kind of leaving the option open to if people want to sneak in. And I jump up and down again a little bit. I am not exactly the most stealthy here.
You are.
You just need some
certainly-
practice. You can do it if you try hard enough. I don't worry, I believe in you. Not practice now, though.
I will also...
Okay. I start trying to stealthily sneak forward.
Okay, yeah, no, you stealthily sneak forward a bit. Roll me a stealth for Jorha as well, as he stealthily sneaks forward behind you.
No. Warden's honestly kind of doing this a little more mockingly, so Jorha kind of can tell that and is like,
Okay.
oh god, not this again.
So you're choosing to auto-fail.
Pretty much.
Alright. Wonderful.
If it was possible to take damage from a facepalm.
Altair, are you being sneaky?
Yep, I'm sneaking forward, being all stealthy.
Roll me stealth.
I've got this, don't worry. Just sneaking forward. And sound behind me.
I will point out I'm only going up to right basically where I am.
Yup. Is anyone else going up with the one very stealthy individual and the two people who are not being stealthy whatsoever?
Sure,
I'm
I
not
will try
stealthy
to
at
do
all.
that.
I'm not going forward.
Okay.
I'll just
I'm
be
gonna-
ready to start running in when shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say a bit behind Alte as he continues to move forward.
Okay. Actually,
I think I'm doing pretty good considering I got claws and we're walking on rock.
I mean, it was a crappy roll, but you got a lot of bonuses to add to that, so.
Bonuses, add-ons, benefits. Yeah, I can't forget about those sometimes.
not done yet. And it certainly looks like it's a big room. Oh, you should be able to see a little bit farther.
Out of curiosity, is it like an open room, or are there a lot of like stalactites and stalagmites? Is it low ceiling, high ceiling?
That's just
etc.?
kind of the worst fucking reveal I've ever done. It does seem like there are some stalagmites and some stalactites around. It also looks like there's a big pile of rocks deeper in.
I've seen this before, and I don't trust none of that.
But yeah, no, there are some stalagmites on the ground, scattered around, some piles of rubble, stalactites kind of hanging in from the ceiling. Yeah.
Boy, howdy, this is a cave.
It is, in fact, a cave.
I think we're all waiting for Altair to move forward.
Oh, I thought we're still waiting for the things to load in.
No, it's
Waiting
loaded.
for the terrain to load. Is there any tracks at the mouth of a cave?
Make me a survival check.
Yeah, survival. I got this. 5.
Really bad at surviving.
Oh. I mean, there's the ground. Not that you can see there are any tracks.
Take a little step forward. See if I can look around the corner.
Okay, yeah. You can look around the corner easily enough.
Loading bar pops back onto the screen.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Just for simplicity's sake, measure out what you can see with a line in 60 feet. I'm just gonna reveal the whole room.
I like making you suffer, though. It's funner this way.
Yeah, I'm just in the process of revealing the whole room anyway, so... Ah.
Going to make my way back a little bit. Okay, so it's an empty room, but it has a lot of stalagmites and stalactites, so probably dark mantles.
I do not know if it is dark mantles, but I would agree there could be more creatures hiding among them, yes.
Also, some particularly large, just piles of stones.
Where is the
I think I
pile
let
of
it-
stones?
In there. In there.
In the room.
Is in the room? My memory is not the greatest. It's, I think, there.
Yes, we know, because you keep on calling yourself Alte now.
The hell are you on about? My name is Alte. I've been Alte my entire life.
You
I even
just
have it on my
said you
identification
have
card.
memory.
I pull out my identification card and shove it in his face,
Do
which
you?
clearly says
Do you-
June on
no.
it.
Yeah. Do you pull out your card?
Yes, I pull out my card to prove to the fact that I'm Alte.
It says June.
June has never existed.
Your card
Then why
said your
does it
your
say
card
June?
says June. There is a picture of you on the card, and on it says June. I don't remember if you had a last name because you completely changed your character sheet.
Obviously, they were named June Alte and Alte June.
Vang, I think I also forgot it.
Yeah.
Let
Warden
me check.
just stands there sentinel as he's getting this card shoved in his face. He's like, why does the card say June and you keep calling yourself Alte?
I'm on an odd impasse now.
Meanwhile, Kestrel just has, like, pinching the bridge of her nose type.
Why are you pinching your beak like that?
Vang.
Because living with
V-A-N-
you people gives me a headache.
Vang was his last name, Illiren. Thankfully, I put full character names on the descriptions of all the videos when they get reposted to YouTube.
Yeah.
Eh,
I didn't know your last name was Vaughn. That's a cool last name.
yeah.
That is what your card says.
Just staring at it in confusion, somewhat peeking over into abject horror. I'm trying to honestly decide whether or not this is actually real, or y'all just fucking with me again.
I put my hand on Alte's shoulder. The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem.
It's the second one, you're fucking with me again.
Okay. There we go.
Don't know how you did it, but you are. Get your hand, my god, I'm going to get another one. It's expensive.
It'd be a fun conversation. You know, fly on the wall for. I need a new ID. Why? The name is wrong. What do you mean?
No, it's not. It's your name. It's the name you gave
Yeah.
us.
They the team was fucking with me, they messed with my card.
Looks right to our records.
Okay, so anyways,
Just imagine
are we
Alte
going in here
goes
or
deeper
not?
than I thought.
How on earth are you guys gonna fight a beholder if you're scared of an open room?
This is
Not
why
what I
we're
have a
not
problem
fighting the
with.
beholder yet.
Okay.
You kind of just answered your own question there.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
Silent, what you fail to realize is that, like, an empty room can be scarier than Beholder. What if there's, like, 2 Beholders in this room?
Yes. No, you're
Oh.
completely accurate with that. There are definitely 2 beholders in this room.
You know, my perception is so bad, there possibly could be.
Make me a perception roll.
Oh, God. Oop, where'd it happen? There it is. Hey! I did not do
Fucking
a
beholders everywhere.
Shit.
It
More
didn't matter.
beholders out of the game.
It was a meme roll, so it didn't matter what you rolled.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Beholders
Yeah.
everywhere. This is a cave
You see
made
Warden
of beholders.
Get it out. All right.
But with
Or
that
it's just
roll, Warden, I will say, with that actual roll, as meme as it was to ask you to make the roll, it does look very similar to the previous room you guys had your encounter in.
Do I see any of the which ones are they? The stalagmites, the ones coming up, that looks, suspicious?
Let's find out.
I got about 60 feet, so I'm making it basically to this line right here.
Give me 1 second. One of them looks vaguely suspicious. There's one like right over here that looks a little off. Almost like you can see it like pulse for a minute.
Hey, I think those worm things are in this room again. I saw one that looked like it moved just over here. So I point to the stalagmite that looked like it moved. Yeah, sorry. Be right there.
That is not good, if you are correct. Do you think that perhaps we should... I was about to say sneak by, but then I remembered this, and she just sort of gestured towards the entire party.
I don't know why you're gesturing to the rest of them. The main problem is standing right in front of you.
He's not wrong.
In any case, do you think that perhaps we should try and draw them out, or right first?
I shoot my crossbow bolt at it.
Go ahead and link that crossbow you're shooting. Well, which one is it that you're shooting?
That is the Charwood hand crossbow.
Okay.
Hang on a second here.
Yeah, I have it pulled up.
Okay.
And you're shooting it at the one you saw move?
Yes.
Just a reminder for everyone, Gordon still owes me money.
What?
Okay.
No, I really couldn't hear that.
So yeah, you make the attack roll without the +1.
Okay. Wow.
Ping. On the back wall.
Okay, that was a really bad shot. Let me try again.
I will say you can kind of hear the bolts kind of splinter on the back wall. So do remove one bolt.
Yes. All right. Let's try this again. Reload the crossbow, and take aim and fire again. Okay, 13. Probably still didn't hit.
I mean, I could go out and go and clear the room.
Yeah, you shoot the crossbow bolt. It kind of glances off the side of the stalagmite. It looks for a second to you, at least, like it's moving again. But yeah, just glances off and kind of skids on the ground.
Okay, yes, those things are definitely alive. Alright, hey Callium, you got that explosion on you again yet?
Do I?
It's been a day. You
I still need to make a...
You took a long rest.
Yeah, I got it.
Go in there and blow them up.
Wait, what's in there?
Those things you blew up last time, along with half the party.
Okay, now I've got deals for them.
Okay.
Only this time you don't have to worry about catching us in the blast.
Ugh. Invisible man. Make me invisible.
What would be the point of that, actually?
I mean, if they're in there, they're ambush attackers.
He's not wrong. They did ambush you last time.
If I go in invisible, get into the middle of the room, and then just blow up the whole thing, that hits all of them.
I mean, he's not wrong about that either. Hey June, do you still have any invisibility spells left?
You guys did take a short rest, so he has all of his warlock slots remaining. Because warlock.
We're just waiting on Illiren to get back into the game.
Oh no, did Illiren drop?
Well, he's muted.
He's muted. Illiren, you're muted!
That explains why you fuckers are ignoring me. Yeah, Altair is paying no attention to you whatsoever. I don't even think he knows you're even present right now.
Is Alte still looking at his guild card?
Yes, trying to figure out how you this.
Campaign derailment device number 15. The guild card.
You gotta stop doing this to yourself, Silent!
I did it! He pulled out his guild card!
Yeah, because these people are annoying and don't remember my name.
Actually, we do. You're the one who doesn't.
Which is actually kind of ironic because I don't actually remember most of your names.
He's not wrong.
Can't be like a copy, it's too good for that.
Yeah, Callium, it does not look like he's paying any attention to you.
I poke him.
Alte,
I poke him again.
you've been poked twice.
What?
I need to be invisible.
Is that I'm good for nowadays, huh? Yep, at least I don't have to deal with you and see you anymore. Kick.
Kick!
Was that like a child kicking their parents?
I kicked you in the shin. I had to touch a creature to do it, so yeah, it's my touch. Kick.
So yeah, Callium, he kicks you in the shin and then bamps out of existence. The rest of you, both of them, bamf out of existence as Alte kicks Callium in the shin. I mean, technically he touched you.
I might need some less than encouraging help.
Jesus.
Less than what?
I think he's asking for inspiration from Kestrel.
Oh.
You know I have to see someone to be able to use that, right?
Timing.
Yeah, Callium's invisible.
Well, that's unfortunate. Poor choice. Go ahead and just run in there.
Well, I'm gonna try to stealthily sneak
Wait, actually,
in there.
No, don't read it. Stop reading your ability. Don't notice the fact that they only have to hear you and not actually be seen.
yeah, that's correct. They only have to hear me and don't have to be seen.
Don't think about that. You can't see him. You can't do it. Let him run in there anyway and die.
No, I could do it. I really could. Kestrel's not going to.
Oh, this is what's known as a functioning party. Make me a stealth roll with advantage. Callium.
Let's be perfectly honest. Inspiration on the stealth roll would not do very much
I mean, it's
Compared-
something.
compared to advantage.
Okay.
We're already investing resources into you doing this. Investing more just have the layer of redundancy that. isn't
So
super
where are
necessary.
you walking to? Point to where you're walking to.
I need to be 30 feet from each wall, so probably about
Besides, I can
one
legitimately
of these two spaces.
Alright, you can get to right there. In front of you, there is a massive pile of what seems to be like a massive pile of rock.
Okay, explodey time.
Alright, go ahead and link it for me.
Besides, I can still give you inspiration from here if you end up needing it.
So yeah, Alte and Callium disappear, and after 15 or 20 seconds, Callium kind of pops into existence again in the middle of the room as this blast of energy and noise erupts out from around him. Go ahead and roll damage.
66. That only does 5. God damn it.
Also, I like how we were like, let's go stealthy and scout, and then we saw that there was an empty room, so we're like, let's send the guy in to make a huge explosion noise.
It's your decision. I don't know.
Alright. Let me see here real quick. Fail. Fail. A fail.
Well, there's actually stuff in there?
Pass. 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 Alright.
Half failed, half passed. At least with what you were calling out.
Man, I didn't put that in there. I have to put those numbers in. Well, this last one matters, but so yeah, Callium. I have to change the music.
Oh no.
Oh, I mean, we figured that was going to happen.
I didn't. I was wholly sure that thing was empty. Yeah.
It'll be better.
I did say a couple of times I saw stuff moving in there.
He
Oh, yeah.
did say that.
That's why I
Yeah.
figured that this was a decent
That's
plan.
a duplicate.
Hmm.
As the energy kind of bursts out around you, you can see now, kind of writhing, a lot of these rock piles begin to shift and move, including the giant pile of rocks in front of you. It looks like most of the energy blew down. And the first things you're able to see is 3 more of those small worm-like creatures kind of break their camouflage, their natural ability to blend into caves and rocky terrain. As you begin to see 2 more of these small creatures, and the big pile of rock kind of twists, and a lot of the extra debris begins to roll away from it, and it splits open at the top, almost like this large flower petal.
Oh.
Please tell me that one failed.
And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Sounds about fair to me.
Yep, there we go. Don't forget to click the thing so that our initiative actually gets recorded.
As well put that in order. Yeah, gotta hold on to that list I made.
What is there? Just 2. Okay. 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 Okay, there we go. There it is. This one has... Okay. Up first, the creature that is up here. Wait. Why did you roll for Jorha?
Yeah, just to make sure he got onto the initiative.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna adjust Jorha here. Because Jorha goes right after you.
Yep.
We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Gasp, you mean it knows where the giant thunderclap sound came from?
It does, and it is going to first lash out with one of these petal-like tentacles at you, Callium. That is a 15 to hit.
Tentacles.
Oh, that is not a hit.
Okay. Up next is the giant one of these. Okay. First, it's going to kind of whip around and try to slam into you with its long, the long tail that makes up the back half of its body. 23 to hit.
Ooh.
Huh? What?
23 to hit.
Yep.
As it whips around and hits you with its tail. That is 9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And it is then going to try to lash out with one of its tentacles. That is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 10, 13. That is 17 slashing damage. And its tentacle kind of latches onto you. Another one kind of wraps around and kind of pulls you in as it's going to try to bite you with its beak. That is a 16 to hit.
That is a match.
Okay, that hits. That is 10 piercing damage. Alta, you're up. A lot of these rock piles and stalactites and stalagmites and that giant pile of rocks you saw have started to come to life as these worm-like creatures you encountered before and one large, massive version of them that have all started to just pummel the shit out of Callium.
That looks like a problem.
I will say you can't see the big one from where you are, but you can see the smaller ones. This one that hit him, this one that hasn't done anything yet. But you can hear it.
Alright, let's say 5. Not sure what I want to do. Because invisibility is expensive, and I don't like spending it that much.
We've already used it.
Yeah.
Does give you advantage.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, because I missed it, is he grappled?
Is he grappled?
Yeah, Callium.
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
He is not grappled. This thing just dug into him with the claws at the end of the tentacles and pulled him in and bit him, stabbing at him with its beak.
Alright. Let's see, there's 5. Kestrel, aim for the closest one. And then squeeze my way past.
No, wait.
5, 10. 25. And then help action. Help action. Help Kestrel hit this one. And basically just kind of reach under its chin and then just like smack the underside of its chin to force its head up slightly.
Okay.
Taking the help action.
Fair.
Okay.
Kestrel,
Hopefully,
you're up.
Kestrel understood what I meant by that.
So yeah, Kestrel can peek around the corner and see that one there. Kestrel can also see the giant thing eating Callium.
Oh, Callium's fine. You know it.
Well, just a smudge.
I
And,
will say, for those of you who can see Callium, it's looking kinda rough.
I'm totally fine.
I am
Oh,
going to.
Yes, he's
for my-
totally fine and only partially bleeding out.
Going to use my bonus action and spend a use of inspiration on a much better use of inspiration. Mantle of Inspiration. And targets of this, I will choose Warden, Corland, and Callium.
Alright, so Callium, Warden, and Corland, all of you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Yay.
It says, as Kestrel, like, briefly floats in midair, has sort of an ethereal glow about her, pulls out her bow, touches back down into the rock, and you all get 5 temporary hit points and can immediately use your action to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Ender.
This is called Run.
This is called I have an Aoe attack, and you should move.
3. I could at most move there.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, there.
Warden will take his opportunity to move up towards the mouth of the cave here.
Warden! There's a, really big thing in the middle of this room.
Whoa.
Corland, are
I
you
think
gonna
we
take
found the mother.
the reaction move?
Sorry, what?
I'm asking Jacob if he's going to.
Oh, it is my turn?
No, I use Mantle of Inspiration. You can
Yes.
use a reaction to move up to your speed.
You also gain 5 temporary hit points.
That's why I was asking, because sometimes people just zone out until
Yeah.
their turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're right there. Okay.
All right.
Corland, do you have dark vision?
No. I do have light on my shield.
Which is 20/20? I believe. 20 bright,
yeah,
20
light
dim.
is 20
Yeah.
bright, 20 dim, yes.
You can vaguely see the outline of something that's really fucking big in the middle of this room.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna shoot it.
The really big thing?
Yes.
I like the way you think.
Alright,
So it's a 20 hit.
a 20 does hit.
Okay, cool. It takes 24 piercing damage.
Alright, there's a
And-
little spark as the arrow makes contact. It seems like something about this creature, kind of like the others, is resisting a bit of the damage.
Yeah, resist this. I'm gonna use my arcane shot.
I mean,
That is now a bursting arrow.
it resists everything but bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons.
Wait, it resists everything but
No, it resists.
non-magical?
I didn't phrase that correctly.
Yes, you didn't.
I didn't phrase that correctly. Shut
Bad
up.
DM.
Shut up.
Alright, guys, you heard him. Do not use magical weapons on that thing.
Yes, definitely do not.
Anyway,
Okay.
that and every creature within 10 feet of it takes 2d6 force damage.
Yep, roll the force damage.
That's 10.
10 force damage, alright. Well.
Is that enough to kill
Dead.
a couple of them?
dead.
That one up there is still alive, though?
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking my second shot into the one closest to me, because that's what Alte said to do.
Alright, give me 1
20.
second.
Does a 20 hit?
That one's off. That one's off. Hit this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only 18 piercing damage. This is the least I can do.
Alright,
What
it
was
does
the-
again. It does again. Seem to resist a bit of that damage, but it doesn't actually matter because it's dead.
I need another I need another level or two in fighter so that all my attacks count as magic because someone won't give me a magic bow. I mean,
You're welcome.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my action surge, and
Okay.
I'm going to shoot the big one 2 more times. A 9 does not hit, I assume. Does a 17 hit?
A 9, the arrow is sailing at it and it kind of weaves out of the way. The 17, the arrow is shooting straight forward and it hits the body and it kind of twists and it glances off.
Whoa. All right. Well, I did some things. That's my turn.
So yes, this big thing has an AC at least higher than 17.
But the way you're wording it, it sounds like it should be 18.
Oh no, Callium, you're up.
Oh boy. They get to do things again. What does a potion of healing do?
It heals you.
I mean, by how much? I forget.
It's 2d4 plus 2 for the base one. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Oh my god. What does a potion of healing do? I think it's a poison that you can apply to weapons.
I mean, in Skyrim, that's a thing.
I know. It used to be a thing for undead too. I'm not sure if it still is. Like healing magic at least would hurt undead.
I feel like that should be something that's homebrewed. Because it would be a fun way of doing that.
Well, I'm saying I think in 3.5 it was actually a mechanic.
Yeah, in 3.5, everybody says it was, but sadly, from what I understand, it is not in 5e.
I don't believe it is.
Wait,
Which
hold
is
on. I lost something here. What mechanic?
In 3.5, healing magic hurting undead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
I was talking more about the Skyrim. You can craft a poison that heals people
Oh,
because of secondary
Oh,
effects of
well.
ingredients,
Yes.
and vice versa.
I'm gonna use the potion of healing as my main action.
Okay, you can also use it as your bonus action. That is something I homebrewed in, is that you can use potions as a bonus action.
Well, I mean, I'm doing that and second wind.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
So,
Then yes, the potion is your main action.
uh,
You should make a button for second wind. It's what I have. I'm my fighter.
1d. Oh, come on!
oh, that sucked.
And plus your fighter level, so...
Yeah, so that's... So, 17.
No.
Plus 6. I'm a level 6 fighter.
That's 15.
Plus 2 from the healing potion.
Oh, you didn't put in the +2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm barely under half health now, guys.
Yeah, that thing really fucked you up on that first turn.
And this is why I saved my inspiration, because that is a much better use of it, in my opinion.
I know, I was talking about like the normal plus whatever inspiration.
Yes, but my bard level's low enough, I only get so many inspiration uses per day, and that uses one of them, and so does this. So
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Unless you want to move.
Warden's like, Callium, get behind us.
I can understand getting behind you, but I don't think there's much use standing behind the 3-foot tall person.
I mean,
Not
you
really
could
much
poke
cover
over
there.
I mean, you could just stab over his head.
Jacob, you passed it out there?
Jacob?
I don't know about Jacob, but Illiren's connection is making like either it's modem sounds or old school explosion video game sounds.
I'm
Either
not
way,
hearing
that's
that.
kind of cool.
Alright.
I've heard it a couple
But-
of times now.
For now, I'm gonna.
But I'm
move
not listening to
behind
music
the
or anything.
robot.
What happening?
Alright. That is it for Callium. It is the Grick up here. We're just going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 towards you. And then bonus action is going to dash down here.
Wait, it can dash as a bonus action?
As an action, sorry. Yes,
That'd
no,
be
it's
awesome if you could dash as a bonus action.
no. There are
There are
actually
creatures
creatures that
supposed to be it
can
is.
dash as a bonus action. No, this is its
Specifically,
action.
it's the aggressive trait, or
I-
at least typically labeled as that.
I am just too used to playing a rogue at this point. That I meant it.
Just don't
I meant to
don't
say
roll like Killjaw.
I haven't rolled a crit yet.
It's the F part that scares us.
It should.
We just have to wait until somebody like has given a really big fight to the enemies, and you're on your like last couple HP, and then it's completely unnecessary. Wait, no, that was the monster last time.
Yeah. Corland, you're up. Jacob.
Wake up.
I'll be right back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, was that Jacob?
It
Yeah.
sounded like him. Yep, there he is.
Jacob, you missed my short joke.
Oh, jeez, sorry about that, dude. Oh, am I up?
Yes.
Alright.
Hasn't
I mean,
been that
that's
long.
arguable. It sounds like, but
It hasn't been that long into combat yet. Come
I
on.
know. I was only the third turn. One, two, three, four. I remember the warning not to hit anything with magical items, so I'm not going to do any magic yet. I'm going to pop this thing in the head with my hammer.
I misspoke. How asleep have you been?
like I said, whether he's up is arguable.
They resist slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning from non-magical weapons.
I'm sorry, we're still not letting you live that one down.
Well, I probably missed this one anyway.
You did, yes. So that does not hit. An 11 will not hit the creature.
Alright, that ends my turn.
Alright, Warden, you're up.
Alright, where the heck am I? Alright, so that's about as far as I could get, huh? Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and take a pot shot at this guy over here.
Okay, that's with the bow, right?
Yes.
The Charwood?
Yes.
Yeah, its AC is above 16, so make it with the +1.
Alright, I don't have that on here yet, so just add a +1 to whatever this roll is. 14, does not hit.
Does not hit, yeah.
Alrighty, gonna use my bonus action to command Jorha. And let's see here, what can Jorha reach? So
A dead
basically
body.
Jorha can help out over here with this guy, so Jorha will come over here and join in the fight over here.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
just kind of flapping above that dead body there.
There it is. And attack. 19.
19 will hit.
5 piercing and 8 fire.
Okay.
Hang on a second here. That's not being counted correct, though. That is supposed to get +3. I don't know why it's not counting it correctly. So it's actually
me look at it.
8 piercing and 8 fire.
It says it has a +3 on it.
It does? I don't see that there. Oh, okay, it's counting it as part of the essence. That's what's going on. For some reason, it got the two mixed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me correct that. Glad we noticed that. +3, and then 8 -4. Oh, -4. There we go.
Those two are backwards.
We got it.
Alright.
Alright, and it's this thing's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it is going to attempt to lash out with one of its face tentacles at Corland.
Don't do it.
11 to hit.
You did say attempt. You did say attempt.
I did say attempt.
And I told it not to, and it listened.
Corland, does an 11 hit you?
Oh!
Alright, it is Big Boy.
Big Mama.
Shoop.
Oh gosh. Let me try it again. Don't hurt Corland.
Alright, it won't.
Oh, okay.
It'll, whip its tail out and try to slam it into... Jorha.
Oh, okay.
Does an 18 hit Jorha?
18 does hit Jorha, yes.
Okay, and that is... 11 bludgeoning damage.
That's not too bad.
And then it's gonna try to face tentacle, Corland.
Don't do it.
Well... 23?
Darn it.
Does a 23 hit you, Corland?
Does
Okay, that is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is 16 points of slashing damage. And it is going to pull you in and attempt to stab you with its beak mouth. And then,
It just occurred to me. This thing's face has more. Kestrel and this thing have a beak. They both have beaks.
that's a 21 to hit. Does a 21 hit you, Corland?
Yes!
That is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 piercing damage.
Okay,
Jacob over
also-
here just like, you know it does. Come on.
that's one. Number two is I'm about ready to throw my microphone through the wall.
Cutting out.
I have enough other things to worry about than kind of trying to keep track of your specific ACs or even like check your tokens. Like I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm literally in the monster manual PDF. If I ask you, just fucking tell me.
Well, no, I'm not angry at that. I'm more angry at the fact that my microphone is so sensitive. So apparently, I changed one setting. It's so sensitive everybody can hear me open up a bag of chips, while in another setting it can't hear a damn thing. So that's what I'm pissed at. Anyway, how much damage was that last bit again? I'm sorry.
Does anyone remember what I said? Because I don't.
I don't think you said anything. You said does
Yeah,
21
we
hit?
only established that it hit.
Yes.
I did, but I'll roll it again. 13 piercing.
Thank you.
Ow.
I'll repeat those sentiments. Ow.
That's the second time that thing's got a 23, though. That's getting me a little nervous.
Says the person with a 23 AC.
That's why I'm nervous.
I'll take your.
And to be fair, if a hit roll is over 20, the only person that has any chance of it not hitting is Warden.
Yeah.
Disengage. Bonus action. Move over here. And action. Help action to help Kestrel attack the big one.
How are you
I
helping?
know my
Kestrel?
ballistics. You know my sticks? I'm throwing one of my sticks at its face.
Yeah, you throw one of your sticks at it, and it turns its head up to look at the stick, and kind of not knowing what it is, really kind of just bites the stick in half, and crushes
Ah, my
it.
stick.
But its head is tilted up, so you successfully help Kestrel attack the big thing.
That's 17 sticks left.
I have 71 sticks, but they're smaller and sharper. Speaking of which,
Are two of them getting shot at the big thing?
yes, does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay, cool. It is then going to take a badoosh and badoosh. That's 46 piercing damage. Even resisted, that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's good damage.
And then, in the interest of collapsing retreat, I am going to once again, float slightly into the air, glow with Fey style magic, and use my Mantle of Inspiration once again. This time targeting, because we established I don't need to see someone. Do I with Mantle of Inspiration? Good question.
That's a good question.
So Mantle of Inspiration does require that I can see them.
Yes, it does.
But you have dark vision out to 60 feet, so you should be good.
Yeah, except that Alte's invisible.
No, Alte's
No,
attacked somebody.
Alte has taken the help action. Alte is not invisible.
Okay, cool. He's getting temporary help. Me?
Help action isn't an attack.
Let me double check.
Actually, yeah.
Let me double check
Invisibility
invisibility.
That's right, because...
Yeah, he has not attacked or cast a spell. He is still invisible, yes.
That's right, I'm sorry.
Fine, you don't get the hit points.
Yeah, give me hit points. I don't want them. I'm good.
Me, Corland, and Jorha will each get 5 temporary hit points and
Yay.
the ability to use a reaction to move.
Alright, is Corland moving?
No.
Okay. Is Jorha moving? Yes.
Just
Jor-
FYI, Jacob, that means you can move without getting an opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
All right.
Not moving.
Okay, and who's the other one?
Kestrel's gonna... Me.
Okay.
I'm backing up a little bit.
Alright. And yeah, fuck it, I never know what to call you. Fuck it, Dan, next time Jorha takes damage, just negate the next 5 damage it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just put like a little marker to remind you, 5/10.
Yep. Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
I've got a little note here to try to keep track of that, but yes, I appreciate any extra help.
I got buffs for days, or at least one more turn.
Not a problem.
But yes, that I shot the thing, I moved, and bonus action. Well, I bonus action to move, but I don't want to move any further away, so that's my turn.
Alright. Callium, you are up.
And I will be right back.
Let's see.
How about raging and going poking something?
It's just deciding which one to poke.
To be fair, I thought he was going to rage before he waded into the middle of an encounter room.
Probably should have raged before I did the explodey, but...
You can rage? That's cool.
He doesn't do it often, but yes, he can. He does technically have levels in Barbarian.
3, 4... Okay. I can do that. I'm gonna move here. I'm a rage. And I'm a smacky.
Which one are you attacking?
The big one.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
I gotta remember which one this...
What are you wielding in your main hand?
Yeah,
That's what he's trying to remember.
yes.
The fighter with a small litany of weapons just on his person.
You know, my 3 swords, my fucking crossbow, the glaive.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the staff that I also carry on my back.
I think Kestrel has roughly the same number of weapons, but only ever really uses one.
Alright, so main hand will be the T-Rex longsword.
Okay.
Secondary will be the bastard sword.
Alright, go ahead and roll your main hand attack.
That's 1.
26 is definitely going to hit. Which...
And that's
Okay.
2.
19 will also hit.
And that's that.
Yeah, you don't get a...
Yeah, I raged. The turn I raged, I never do 3 attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, because it takes a bonus action for Frenzy Barbarian.
Yep.
I am not a frenzy barbarian.
That's what you say.
Well, if you're not a Frenzy Barbarian, you don't get a third attack as bonus action.
I'm using 2 weapons.
5e,
if you carry a weapon in your offhand, You can make a.
Yeah.
You can use your bonus action to make another attack.
I know,
when
but
you
that
take
sounds
the-
an awful lot like something a frenzy barbarian would make up to justify their attack.
All right, so this.
And on top of that, I gave up having even more health so that I could have this set up and be perfectly fine with it because I took the feat instead.
This thing is attacking you, Corland.
I gotta run and pee real quick.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to hit. And that is going to do 9 slashing damage as it kind of wraps its tentacles around you and pulls you in. It's going to try to bite you with its beak next. That is a 15 to hit.
I don't think a 15 hits him. I think his AC is 19.
Yeah.
Okay. So just the 9 slashing damage then, Corland.
9 slashing. Yep.
Right
Yeah.
back through those temp HP again.
And Corland is now up.
Okay. Oh, well, no, not quite. Because I have a reaction.
Okay. Are you finally using it?
I've used it before, and nothing really ever actually hit me like this until now.
Well,
So,
fuck.
yes.
Alright, it passed its save.
Okay, so it takes 5.
I'm really disappointed it passed its save.
I am too. Don't worry, there will be 2 more times before my next long rest.
Okay. Now Corland is up.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't want to do much anything except beat him on the head, so... Let's see here.
Resistance to non-magical attacks!
I'm gonna use bonus action like the boom hammer.
Okay. That's fair.
Pop it on the head.
Bop!
That's a big old bop.
Yeah,
Pop, pop,
I'm
pop, pop.
gonna say that both of those hit, regardless of which one we want to take.
It's gonna be the one at the bottom. I was still damaging that one.
It's, the Deads.
Mm-hmm. By the way, that was my last boom ammo.
Oh no, you didn't get more boom ammo?
I forgot to get more boom ammo.
Ah!
You forgot to get more boom ammo.
Yes, I did.
Alte didn't get, like, a thing for something familiar. We should just, like, go back to the nearest town and shop.
Shopping episode?
No!
We're like, let's do this. Downtime. This will take us forever. Oh, we're finally at the module. Oh, wait, we forgot stuff. Let's go back.
You guys had like 5 episodes of downtime.
We kept on
There
getting
wasn't enough
distracted by
downtime.
all your cooks.
If you want to avoid us doing that, you could always let us retroactively have purchased things.
But you didn't buy them, so I can't
Well-
do that.
I mean, it's you could say some retroactively that somebody could have done a thing. Like, there were times when we were not focusing on a specific person,
No,
and it's
no. Going.
minor enough that it's not a-
I would normally say yes to something like that, but between 5 episodes of downtime and me specifically asking at least twice what each person was doing during their time.
I
Alright,
never
yeah.
really got much time to really do anything to the point where you were kind of pushing us to wrap up, and all I could really do is just focus on the leather work.
That I will say is fair.
That's
'cause
partially
you missed
that's-
the first session of downtime.
And I'm
2 or
only
3
oh no,
sessions.
I only missed like 1 session of downtime. We had like 3 or 4 sessions.
Anyhow,
But no, that's only partially on me. But let's not rush it, please.
we could also, just a thought, we could come to a great compromise. We go back, we buy the stuff, we come back, boom, that's over. No downtime episode. Let's continue.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Warden, you are up.
Alrighty. See here real quickly.
And I believe, just in case we do that, after this fight, I believe I told you it took
1 day's travel from the farmstead place.
Yeah, so a total of 2 days travel each way. Okay. I just had to make sure because that doesn't actually matter for certain things.
Illiren is like, no retroactive, poor shopping episode.
Yeah.
We roleplay us go into town, buy like 3 things, and then leave.
Swapping to my long sword, one-handed.
I hate my life as a DM. Not really, but I will say I do.
Do I get advantage with being opposite of Jorha?
You do. It is flanked.
Alright, cool. Makes my life a little bit easier. 21. I'm pretty sure that hits him.
That does hit, yes.
Alrighty. 8 slashing damage. And second attack. That's not what I wanted. 21 again.
Suddenly, it doesn't. No.
Yeah,
6
no,
slashing
the
damage.
second one misses. Yes, no. Yeah, I mean, there seems to be some resistance, but...
Is the longsword of charging a magic weapon?
No. It doesn't give the +1 magical attack. It just has
it doesn't give a magical attack, it gives him the charging feat.
That's
Right.
not how magic weapons work.
Bonus action, commanding
so-
Jorha.
Would that technically count as a magic weapon then?
Yes. For
Okay.
the purposes of overcoming damage resistance, it doesn't matter if a weapon has a bonus to damage or to hit from magic, it just has to be magical.
Okay, then yeah, no. The
Sweet.
more you know. Yep, an extra 7 damage.
Sweet. Alright. And Jorha is going to use a bite, and I think he gets advantage too. So
He does. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was just gonna rule it as not counting and then look it up later. But if you know, I trust your input on it.
Double look it up just to make sure, but I'm
17 does not hit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
So that is that.
This thing is up, and it is going to.
And
It is going to bite at Callium, lashing out with its face tentacle. 13 to hit.
nope.
Nope. Alright. Mama angry. Mama attack.
Here it comes.
Got this.
At Warden.
Okay.
It is going to whip out its tail at you. 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
That is...
My God, he took damage.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Everybody's like, we'll be fine, we've got Warden. Enemy does damage to Warden.
We're fucked.
Alright. I got that. Oh no, my temp hit points.
And then it is going to reach out towards Warden with one of its face tentacles. That is a 22 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
I just barely get my shield right onto the tentacle in just like the right spot and just push it away.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it locks into the tentacle and, like, tries to pull you in, but that shield being up there saves you.
No hickeys.
I'll take his,
It's time to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stab the big one. Big lady. Yeah.
Infused strike. Plus 1d6 fire damage.
Okay. 1d6. 2 more fire damage. So that's 6 magic piercing, 5 poison, and 2 fire.
Okay, yeah, no, according to Jeremy Crawford, any weapon that is magical for overcoming the magic weapon, etc.
Resistance.
Resistances.
Interestingly, there was a ruling by Jeremy Crawford that I just looked up that also said that a weapon still counts as magical if it's a magic weapon if you don't have it attuned.
Interesting.
Which means that there are legitimate cases where it might be worth having backup magic items that you just don't attune to. Huh.
I always thought like a magic weapon only counted as a magic weapon. I'm using air quotes there. If it had the +1 to attack and damage. So
it's a magic item if it's an item that has magical properties and it's a weapon. So
did you double roll that fire damage?
That was my bad.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure. Okay,
6 piercing.
Thing is looking like it is on its last legs. Did you roll sneak attack?
No.
You should.
I'm gonna bonus action stab it with my stiletto knife, which stops being stiletto knife halfway through, because we did that before.
Before you roll stiletto, your second attack, roll sneak attack damage.
But I didn't roll it.
you need to.
You need to.
Wait, no, I don't need to. It's a choice. Sure.
Nick's only got 1 hit point left. Will you please roll the last 1d6?
I mean, if you're forcing me, okay.
Well, it's your first attack.
Forces you to do the sneak attack.
It's your first attack that hits.
And once per turn. It's not on the first hit. It's on whatever hit once a turn.
The reason why it's on your first turn or your first action is because when you're hit, you're not in stealth anymore. They know you're there because they're in pain.
Well, he'd still be able to get it because it has adjacent allies next to it, but it's there to prevent rogues from just saying, "I'm gonna wait until I roll a crit to roll sneak attack." But yes, roll the d6 for it.
Alright, making up rules, okay. Gonna write that down.
I believe that there are some things that are being misinterpreted here, but it's not super important to the combat. Or really very important at all. It does say you can, not you must.
Let me double check while we're going through this.
Oh, you
Well, your
posted sneak
second
attack
attack?
right there.
And it's just once per turn.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say first attack or anything, which is I with Corland's point, though, I mean, it makes sense that it would be on your first attack, because if you do a second attack, it knows you're there now.
Which would normally
So-
make it completely useless to even try, unless you also had another target within 5 feet of it.
Fair point.
Sneak attack's a weird name. It's much more like dirty fighting.
Yeah. Which is, of course, compounded by the fact that the usual reason that a rogue has sneak attack is because they're attacking from hiding.
Yup.
But that's a whole thing in and of itself. It's a whole conversation right there.
Let's see.
I mean, technically speaking, with the wording, yeah, you could use it as a crit seeker. Crit seeker.
Something to keep in mind when Killjaw reaches a high enough level to get extra attack.
I already have basically extra attack for the bonus action.
Well, yes, but if you have extra attack and bonus action, that's 3 hits per turn with an increased crit range.
Okay, yeah, Jeremy Crawford's ruling is that you can use it on any attack, but you have to declare it before you roll.
Interesting.
So before you roll to attack, you have to declare you're using sneak attack. So yeah, you don't have to use your sneak attack on that.
Yeah, I would say at least in my own future rulings, if you only have one attack and you want to use sneak attack on it, you don't have to declare it because that it's not really important.
That's fair. But I think it's a lot of rogues either multi-class into multi-attack or have 2 weapons.
Mm-hmm. That's when it would be important to declare like which one you're using it for before you roll. That does prevent crit fishing.
Yeah, I'm still looking through that.
Anyhow.
Okay, yeah, he gave an okay. I finally found an exact copy of his tweet. He's saying it is an unofficial ruling, but it's how he rules it, and since he's the rules designer, I will defer to his rules. You decide whether to use sneak attack when a qualifying attack hits. So you don't even have to do it before.
Alright. Yep, good to know.
Before.
I usually like if
Rolling
him
the
or
hit.
one of the other designers put something out and it doesn't just blatantly not make sense.
Yeah. But yes, you do have a second attack. Either way, Alte. It's not really going to matter. I don't think. But it is good to know for the future.
Just to say we got derailed for like 20 minutes
Yeah.
for future knowledge.
Hey, future knowledge will save us time in the future.
That's
No,
future me
bonus action
problem.
disengage. Bye. It's not going to help in the slightest. We're going to forget this immediately.
We're gonna forget what?
Alte disengages and moves
I think it's your
away.
turn, right?
Alright, cool. Kestrel, you're up.
Yes, I will proceed to poke this thing very hard at
Okay.
range.
Okay. Well, you do hit it. Can you do less than 8 damage?
No, I
How
can't
do you-
do less than 18.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
I want to finally see it, rear back, see the exact point where I can pull back 2 arrows at once and shoot both of them directly through the back of its throat.
How about you shoot the first arrow first?
Well, no, that's the way he wants to flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, only spend one of your attacks because it's dead.
I am paying an extra arrow for flavor.
Okay, sure.
You know,
And
that's
also
the
because
way
that means I have 69 arrows.
Nice. Yeah, no, you see this thing rear back and you fire both the arrows. You said you wanted him to do what?
Like, go into its mouth and,
Oh,
impale it through the back of its throat.
perfectly. You shoot the arrows. They're a little bit off from each other, so the first one kind of knocks its head back, and you see its body starting to go limp. The second arrow slides into the top of its mouth, kind of punches out the back, and you shot it with such force that its body just whips backwards and is just pinned to the ground from the head.
I feel like that would be disorienting from a close combat perspective.
Probably.
Probably.
But it's still cool, so I'm sticking with it.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those instances where, you know, it's cool. We're doing it.
Yeah. And your second attack is going at the
small one, yes.
small boy.
Yes. I don't think a 10 hits.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
And I don't have advantage in any form, so yes.
No.
That one awesome move was my turn.
Alright.
You know what? It was a pretty awesome move.
Callium, you are up.
Just wail on this thing until it dies. I'm fairly certain it's gonna die. Just slightly.
Yeah, no.
I want-
These
I want
things are
everyone
not.
to miss.
Go ahead.
I want everyone to miss this thing to get to the next turn and proceed to slowly annihilate all of us by itself.
We're just
I want
like,
to
everybody's
see it
getting
happen.
ones, it's getting 20s. We're like, what's going on?
Callium, you're up though.
Well, since someone stole my kill.
It's a weird way to pronounce "help me not die."
Alright.
Fury will be dumped onto Tiny Boy. Frustration needs to be
Yes.
vented.
Yes, frustration needs to be vented.
Well,
No, he gets all three.
I was gonna say, you know how I said I was pretty sure he was dead. Yes.
so, have you ever seen someone cut, like, a full sushi roll?
Yes, I've done it myself.
It looks a lot like that.
Only probably faster.
A lot faster.
Just imagine he goes the whirlwind of rage and slices and dices, and then the brick falls down into nice little sushi pieces.
Yeah.
It's like unagi.
So, with the Grix and the Grick Alpha that you have encountered in this chamber defeated, I believe that is where we are going to go ahead and we are going to call it for this session.
Bedtime.
I have to ask, is the alpha thing a custom template you've made, or is that one that you found rules for natively?
No, it is in the monster manual. It is a CR.
Never used one of those.
It is a CR7 large monstrosity.
I will have to look into that then, because I've been thinking about trying to make creature templates for some of the Monster Hunter stuff.
You want
Yeah,
to make
no, it's-
more graboids.
It's damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical. Dark vision is 60 feet. 18 AC. It's no faster than the other Grix. It just has more health and a higher AC. And it can make a tail attack on top of its tentacles, and if it hits with a tentacle, into a beak.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've run Grix before, but I've never run a Grick Alpha before.
Yeah, no, I mean, Grix are normally CR2, so, you know, you have to have a higher level party to run, alphas with them.
Mm-hmm.
And Grix themselves, with a +4 to hit, especially with the high ACs of the party, not the most
really an issue
threatening
at this point, no.
things. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I can run, 5 CR2s with this CR7. It's literally it's 5 low-level bruisers that have resistance to non-magical weapons with 1 slightly bigger bruiser. With the damage the party outputs,
Yeah,
Not
I
the
do think it
biggest
was kind of
threat.
funny. Like, my first move was, get the heck out of the way, Callium. I'm gonna do some burst damage.
yeah, no, you knocked a bunch of them really, really low.
I mean, Callium hit them all with a good hit. Good solid
Yeah.
hit. So.
Yeah.
That
No.
combined with, like, our opening salvo between me and him, I think was really important.
Yeah.
We do
this
want to
fight.
know, was the alpha deafened?
Ancillary question, how do Grix hear?
Yeah, they don't have ears.
Oh, okay. So they couldn't be deafened anyways. Bummer that.
I mean, they don't have visible external ears. It doesn't mean they can't hear, but it also doesn't mean that they'd be affected the same way.
Yeah, I don't really think it mattered because it could see you all.
Yeah, fair.
Here's the question. Would
And
it
you were
affect
gonna
them, like,
murder it anyways. It's like, it could still see you, and it was going to die. So...
There was a brief moment in which it may or may not have been able to hear us, but it's dead now, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Corland and I were...
Comment in chat. No, you guys actually, like, no joke, you did a decent amount of, like, your help actions,
Yeah.
the sneak attack damage, Corland taking a bunch of hits, and boom hammering that one just straight into the ground. Bonk. You die.
Bonk died.
That's
Bonk.
the good bonk.
I think Warden, I think, was the one who lagged behind in this particular fight.
I mean,
I kept expecting you to use your to use Jorhar's reaction to add extra fire damage to the attacks once you guys remember that they resisted.
I have a confession. I forgot about that.
You forgot about it until the last
Yeah,
time.
it
Yeah.
happens.
it.
It's all good.
sometimes we'll play it like, I'll admit, even as somebody who's played for like forever, sometimes I'll play a class that's one that I play all the time, and I'll just forget things even exist for that class. And later I'll remember and be like, crap, I should have done the thing.
Or,
Yeah, it was like
or you'll
third-
just even find things out that you didn't previously know, like the sneak attack. It's just like, yeah, that's be on the first attack. It makes sense. Doesn't have to be on the first attack.
Oh.
The number of times I played a rogue is a lot in 5th edition.
Yes. Or I occasionally have found things out, like I've been playing a particular wizard build wrong. It's like, I play wizards all the time. Granted, they're more complex because of the spell selection, but not more so than, say, like a druid.
Yeah, no, those things happen.
True.
But folks who are watching, I do want to thank you for tuning in. I do hope you enjoyed the session.